What's happening, you bad motherfuckers? The church of what's happening now is in full effect. But before we get started, I want to introduce you to our sponsors. Number one, aren't you sick and tired of paying too much for razors? Yes, you are. So that's why I'm coming at you with the best razor out there. You ready? DollarShaveClub.com. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get you the first month, the executive razor, with a tube of Dr. Carr's shave butter for only $5. But do me a favor. Go to DollarShaveClub.com right now /church. That's DollarShaveClub.com /church. Number two, what are you sitting there like a mook on a mutt, just sitting on the couch, watching the NBA playoffs? Listen, I got a job for you. You ready? Lyft, the number one ride-sharing company that believes in treating its people like people. You don't need to be broke no more. To join the best ride-sharing company that believes in treating people like people, go to Lyft.com right now /Joey today, and I'll get you a $500 new driver bonus, okay? Limited time only. Terms apply. Again, Lyft.com /Joey. Lyft.com /Joey. Hit it, Lee. Oh, shit. Break out the fucking fentanyl.
Where's Dr. Conrad?
We're going deep tonight.
The propofol.
Tell Dr. fucking Conrad to get down here with the Prohypnol, Tumanols, Quaaludes, something. Oh, shit. May 10th. The church of what's happening now.
Let's dance. Let's shout.
Becky on roller skates.
I should have brought them.
From Matt Therapy.
Shake it, body,
Lee Syatt.
Let's shout.
Michael Jackson. Say what the fuck you want to say. Here we go. Molesting kids, whatever the fuck he's doing. The giraffe. Hit it! That's it, Lee. What's happening, you bad motherfuckers? Uncle Joey here on a Wednesday night. We're over here in the Voodoo Lounge, in the studio of death. I'm sorry about Monday night. Listen, I told you I bled to death. I told you motherfuckers the stories. My brain relived it, and I fucking passed out. I went down. Everything came back like 30 minutes later. Lee and I went for a ham and cheese on a bagel with a fucking Coke. My body was craving. You know what? After you pass out like that, you want a soda. I work hard. Guys, I've worked for fucking, it's got to be 30 years on this passing out situation. Like, I've been actually working on it. Like, I dread those times that I won't handle it because that's what happens to me. Like, if somebody's bleeding around me, I'm a 50-50 toss-up.
Oh, are you one of those blood people? You can't.
Yeah, no. So that's what made me pass out.
So you really passed out? Like, you legitimately passed out?
That night here?
Yeah.
It was the same feeling I get when I give blood, or I get a needle. And, like, I got a needle once I came back positive for syphilis. When Terry was pregnant, they gave us these tests. And Terry came back negative. And I came back positive for syphilis.
Oh.
So I went back again, and they said it wasn't syphilis.
Oh, it was like a false positive?
It was like a false positive. So the guy goes, listen, just to be safe, whatever, let's just do 4 shots. So they give you 2 shots on each cheek. And they gave me the first shot. I didn't see the needle. I didn't hear the needle.
I didn't hear it.
Just a prick going into my ass. I made them take it out. I fucking was sweating. My fucking neck started sweating. Ask Lee, when I got up from the chair, there was a bead of sweat going down the chair.
Oh, shit.
It's a fear. It's just a fucking fear that I've had. And it used to be really bad. Then I started controlling it. And now I know how to control it, but I'm always 50-50.
Huh.
Like, my mind knows to shut it off. Look, oh, shit.
Just don't look at it.
Away and I don't look at it. And you never know. There's times I cut myself in the shower, shaving or something in a rush.
And same thing. Do you get the same feeling?
Well, sometimes I look at the blood and I'm fine. But sometimes I'll look at the blood, go out, dry myself, right? Go, powder, put fucking armpit fucking soap on, fucking put Visine in my eyes, put my socks on, put my shirt on, and I go in the bathroom, I look at the towel, and there's a little bit of blood on it. I gotta go sit down. I gotta go sit down. So it's a 50-50 fucking toss-up. And I had a cat, Finny, God bless his soul.
Yeah.
I love Finny, but Finny got to know me so much that he knew when I had those feelings. Becky, you cannot call how he knew.
Huh.
So when
Animals
we moved,
have instincts.
when we first moved down this corner here, there was 3 situations where I fainted within the first year.
Really?
Yeah. One time I went in the closet and the clothes was hanging. And I didn't know that clothes hides a fucking metal rod.
You knocked yourself out.
Oh my God.
And I went into that fucking thing head first, like Jack Lambert in 80.
What did you think was holding up the clothes?
No. The clothes were here. This metal
There
pole
was
was
a
right here.
Okay, got
Okay.
it.
There was
so-
an extra
And all
pull.
of a sudden you hear ding, and I'm holding on to my head, and I'm fucking bleeding, and I'm like, I'm gonna be fine. And I'm not gonna be fine. I run for the living room. I take my shirt off, and I put the air conditioner on fucking Alaska, and I sit there in front of this air conditioner until the fucking air conditioners, and all of a sudden the cat would jump on top of me. And I love this cat with all my heart. If it was anybody else, I would punch him right in the fucking head and go, get the fuck away from me. But I would look at him and want to throw him off me. But just the thought of me going to throw him off him, I sit back and go, motherfucking Finny, and I go, and all of a sudden I go, oh my God. Because I took my mind off fainting, this cat would jump on me and put his claws into my thigh.
Oh, so you think about that instead of the
Yes,
fainting.
and it would take me right off. Another time, something happened and I was getting sick. I was puking something like oatmeal. Like I must have had like a mini stroke or some shit. Something happened. I was puking like this oatmeal. I'm shitting. I'm puking. And the same thing. I went into the living room. I thought I was going to faint. I got like food poisoning. And I'm sitting in front of the air conditioner completely naked, sweating. And it's freezing in there and I'm sweating.
Wow.
That's a terrible feeling.
That's a terrible feeling. And all of a sudden, he jumped on me with his claws and he got me right around the dick. Like right around, like he put 2 paws here and 2 paws here.
Oh
just
my
like,
God.
So you could see like 4 little holes with his little fucking claws, and and I wanted to push him again, and again he healed me.
Wow.
And then one time I caught myself shaving.
Yeah.
Fucking crazy.
Smart little cat.
Yeah, I'll faint in the drop of a fucking dime, guys.
Wow.
I fainted at the UFC.
Too much blood?
Yeah, a
From
towel.
too much blood?
A towel.
Oh my
The
God.
corner man threw a towel. And it was filled with blood. And I was with Ralphie May and the smaller UFC venues. What's the smaller one? When they used to do the UFC card, like the house, but they'd have like a headliner. It's a younger casino.
The Palms?
The Palms.
Oh yeah, they did use that was a long time ago though, right?
And then one time I was watching BJ Penn against Big Joe Daddy Stevenson. I went to the comedy store. I was out doing comedy. I get home. My wife's sleeping. It's got to be 2008, 9. Everybody's sleeping. I sit on the fucking couch, and I'm replaying the UFC. You know, you replay it. You went out, and you missed it at 8 o'clock, and it's Joe Daddy against BJ Penn. He kicks him. He hits him. I don't know what happens. Joe Daddy's bleeding gallons. Like me on Thursday night. He's bleeding gallons out of his fucking head. And in the couch, I fainted. And I woke up 2 hours later, dog. Fucking drenched in sweat. Like I must have lost 4 pounds in sweat because your body goes into this fucking horrible. I've had this disease since I can remember.
What about movies and TV shows? Like when you know it's fake blood. Does that fuck you up?
A little bit. The other night I turned on one of my favorite episodes
What about
ever,
like
The
Carrie when they
Sopranos.
spill all that blood on her?
No, that doesn't bother me.
Because you know that's fake.
Pulp Fiction.
Uh-huh.
When they stick the needle in his heart.
Oh, yeah?
I went out in the movie theater. I was out in the movie theater. The girl I was with put milk chocolate raisinets in my mouth. That's what made me come back. She brought me back with raisinets.
Wait, you just went down right in the theater?
Man down in the movie theater. Mouth open, drooling from the mouth, shaking like I'm having an epileptic fit.
Oh, my God.
And my friend Jake Isle and me and his girl and the fucking flute I was with.
What about when Yoel kicked Weidman in the head? That cut didn't
No,
make you
if I was
queasy?
if I was there
you might have gone
and I would have heard the knee hitting the head
Yeah.
and then saw the blood. You understand?
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's different.
All
It's different situations. Lee could bleed to death, but if I see you bleed, I might feel. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just really weird. The other night,
he has to care for the
other night
person.
I was gonna say yeah.
The other night I'm
Stab
sitting
me.
there. I'm sitting there, and I'm thinking about an episode of Sopranos. One particular episode. One particular one. After he gets shot, he's at the hospital, and he meets the old man that was the foot traffic guy over at Bell Laboratories. And he kept calling him a rocket ship guy. And the rapper got shot, and they put him in a hotel room, and then he had like, satellite TV. So Tony went in there with the fucking old man and the rapper, and Tretch from Naughty by Nature was in there.
Right.
He was holding the satellite dish, and it was just a really fucking good episode. But I'm watching TV the other night. You know me, I get home, I set the Roku. You know, this takes me an hour. Because, you know, I'm half retarded. I got to press this, touch this, hit
Logs
this
himself
button.
out, gotta log back
you know,
in.
TV show. I don't know fucking nothing. I just want to see a Soprano.
I would pay to watch that. Just you figuring out the TV at like 2 a.m.
So I get up. I
Imagine.
get like some cashews in a cup. I get an apple. You know, I'm ready to watch the fucking Sopranos. I'm sitting there eating this fucking apple. And what do you think happens? The episode opens with him,
Blood.
the stitch. It's after he got shot. So he's at the hospital. And he's talking to the black woman, and he's telling them how much longer. And he goes, well, they're going to go to surgery tomorrow. And he's like, surgery again? When they showed that, I had to look the other way. I had to push away the apples.
What about on the Fat Man show when they're doing the surgery? Can you watch that or no?
I have my moments.
I don't like that.
The laser, the cuts, the whole thing.
Yeah.
Does it ruin the show for you? Does it upset
What's
you?
that?
Like when you get those moments? Or are you just
No.
like, fuck this show? I don't
It
want
just really, guys, it's a 50-50 toss-up. You know, listen, I'm sitting on a fucking plane. I'm watching a movie. All of a sudden I go to scratch my face, and my cuticle's sticking out. And I'll take a fucking bite out of my cuticle. As you can see, I got skin missing. And it'll bleed like a fucking sieve. And nothing will happen.
And you're fine.
Listen to me. The other night I bled for 24 hours. There was a
hurt.
point where I looked at the tub and I go, why haven't I fainted yet? And the other night I come in here high on edibles, which is not always good all any time. That would really push. See, that's another situation. If I could be in here and you cut yourself, and I'd be fine. But if I'm on edibles and you cut yourself, that's a different trigger.
Yeah.
Like I still don't get high and go to jiu-jitsu.
Oh, really?
It would not even be in my realm. That would be totally disrespectful to me, to Alberto. I don't know why, but seriously, it would be too real for me.
You said you feel like you suffocate.
Oh no,
or
I
something.
die.
Yeah.
I die now.
Yeah.
Well, your heart gets going.
An edible? No fucking way.
And he says
With an edible, in you,
someone gets on top of you and
It's over.
suck a hole.
there was a guy today who got on top of me. I could not move this kid. 2 times at a time. Not only was he big, but he was a wrestler. No, but he was big.
Yeah.
Big. Not muscles. Big.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I couldn't get him off me.
And he was a wrestler?
Yeah, he knew how to wrestle.
Yeah, that wrestling
He was
pressure.
doing weird shit to me and stuff. Weird sakiyaki shit. You know what I'm saying? And he didn't look like Japanese. And so what's going on, Met Therapy? It's been a while.
It has.
I feel like stained. You know what I'm saying?
Like what? It's
I'm over here throwing heat at you like cats and shit. You got your little pants on
It
with
took me
the
a
cats. It's all over the shouting.
with the cats. Yep. Nothing, just doing my mat therapy stuff. Podcast.
So for those who don't know, Mat Therapy covers all realms of jiu-jitsu and wrestling.
And MMA.
And MMA.
Yeah.
You guys just covered an event in Vegas a few weeks ago.
We went out to the U.S. like wrestling championships, wrestling open championship, something like that. It was. I didn't realize what we were going to and how big of an event it was. It was pretty cool. Like we saw 2 gold medalist wrestlers compete. We saw like the highest level of like competition wrestling out there.
It's a different game, isn't it?
Oh, totally.
Did
Totally.
you
Because
wrestle
you're
in high school either?
no singlets for me.
I believe Lee was a wrestler. Look at him. He was
I was on the team. I wasn't good,
He
but
was Chief Jay Strongbow and shit. He
Lee,
went
you need
there.
a singlet.
I might have one at my mom's house. Who knows? No. We had to rent them. I don't have one. Well, I don't need a singlet yet.
Yeah, you
Singlet's
do.
better than a Speedo.
Somebody send Lee a singlet.
Wrestling was one of those things that was very big in my high school.
Was it?
Yeah.
My high school was great in New Jersey. My high school was really good, and they had a couple state champions, a couple guys that went to Lehigh, I think. But basketball and wrestling was in the same season. But afterward, my friend was a great wrestler. One guy, I hung out with 3 wrestlers, like full time. Like I hung out with them, did blow with them, ate pills with them, went to concerts with them, and they're a fucking weird bunch. But they were crazy.
Yeah.
You know, the coach we had his name was Tabacino, and you would fucking walk into basketball practice, and these guys would be running stairs. We'd take showers, run back. We'd be walking out, and these motherfuckers would still be running stairs.
Yeah.
If you walked into their wrestling room, it was 2,000 fucking degrees before the Hindu came here. They were doing that 2,000 years before that Hindu came here. They had those wrestlers. This is 76. I'd walk in there. You'd bust out into sweat.
You have to make
it
weight.
It smelled
yeah.
like fucking feet in there and asses
stress.
and fucking more what was that shit? Mildew. It smelled like fucking mildewish in there. But way before the guy showed up with the fucking heat, the Indian guy.
The Bikram?
Bikram. Way before he showed up with that fucking thing. They were doing that in North Bergen wrestling for fucking 20 hours with 2,000 degrees. And like I hung out with, I hung out with another dude, Didi Quintero. So I hung out with Crowley, Didi Quintero, Kurt DiLorenzo, who's dead, God rest his soul. And somebody just put a picture up on him on Facebook. And Darren Rago, who's dead, God bless his soul. It was his birthday on Sunday. Somebody just put a picture up on it.
Were any of them smaller kids, like the lower weight classes?
Darren Rago was 5'2".
Oh my God, he's shorter than me.
He was small. Because you showed me the picture with it. He's really buff, so I've always imagined he was heavy. But
he was your size.
oh wow, because the light guys are always the craziest. Or that was always on my team. Like the light guys were like the craziest, wildest guys.
The light guys?
Yeah, like the 103s.
Oh.
Not all of them, but like there was one in particular he would do the thing where like he would jump up and like hit himself before he would do his match. He'd get himself all psyched up.
This guy was a bodybuilder.
Oh yeah.
That was after high school. That started his senior year in high school, because by that time this is all he did. Wrestlers, all they did was fucking lift weights. These fucking savages. So he just went with it. I still remember in high school when he showed up in my house that night with a shirt on. He called me up. I'm coming over with some coke. Sit tight. Like I had gone back to school and he was a senior graduating. I wasn't going to graduate. I was supposed to go to summer school. And I was already thinking about, I'm not going to go to summer school. I'm just going to play the hand out. And he was coming over one night. Dog, it's like plain as day. It was like 8 o'clock. I didn't know what I was going to do that night. I was kind of in a mental. I was in one of those people. One of the people who say that it's complicated. I was in a complicated relationship at the time. I was hiding from the broad. So
It's complicated.
I didn't want to get a G-bow and be out, and she'd come in and give me a fucking ear beating. So I said, "Should I stay here?" And all of a sudden he calls and he goes, "Sit tight. I'll be there in 10 minutes."
Sounds a little more than complicated, where you have to hide out from her.
This is January
Don't ask,
of.
it's complicated.
This is January 82. This kid walked in. I was living downstairs with the Runnies, and he walks in, and he brought like an 8-pack of beer, and he fucking, he takes out the coke. He puts some fucking coke down. You should make some more fucking noise, Becky. Everybody shows up with a little bottle of water. You got to show up with Rin Tin Tin. You got to show up with an oxygen tank that goes to Cuba once a fucking month. Look at you. You got to open it up. It's got a fucking, it's got an alarm system on it.
It's got an alarm. There's a code.
So he showed up at the house, Becky, and we do a couple lines of coke, and we drink a couple beers, and he was dying to tell me something. And I go, "What's up, dog?" And he goes, "I gotta tell you something. Promise, can't tell nobody." I go, "What's that?" And all of a sudden he goes, "Hold on." And he rips his shirt off, Becky, and he gets on the floor, and right in front of me, he just starts doing push-ups.
Oh, Jesus.
He does about 40 push-ups. He gets on his back. He does a bunch of crunches and shit. Then he gets up and he looks at me and he goes, and he gives me a crab. And he goes, I'm doing steroids. How do I look? And I go, "You look tremendous." And all of a sudden he broke down how he started doing them, who he does them with, this whole thing. And it was very interesting. And for months, dog, it was one of the best times of my life hanging out with him, because he was getting bigger every week. And by Sunday he was yoked, because he would work 5 days a week. So your big recoup day is Saturday. By Sunday you're yoked. On Sunday, you're yoked. You juice up and work out Monday with like some squats on Wednesday and shit. And fucking Saturday's your day of soreness, but Sunday you get up, you put a little fucking suntan lotion on, it's over. Bitches are melting at the fucking beach on Sunday, right?
So, was this at a time when you didn't know that steroids were bad for you, or did you guys know and they just didn't care?
I had no idea about the juice at this time at all.
Oof.
All the education I had was from him, another dear friend of mine. But he was the one that was cracking me up that night. And I got a job right after that bartending. In high school, I got a job on Wednesdays. I went in there at 7 in the morning to bartend. And on Monday nights, I went there at 6 o'clock at night and bartended until 3.
In high school?
In high school. And he would come in. I would tell him, well, drink. I'll buy you one, you buy one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you buy 3, I give you 4. Come on down. Don't worry about the tip. I'm going to steal anyway, so don't worry about nothing here. I'm stealing with both hands here. And after a few drinks and a bump of Coke, I could tell this kid Ray go anywhere. Like, come here for a second. Go do some push-ups. Show these motherfuckers what it's all about. Do you understand me? We could be at a fucking bar mitzvah, and he would take his shirt off and a pair of underwear and grab it up and fucking... This went on for like a year and a half. This was hilarious.
Was he working with you, or you just brought him with you when you worked?
Wherever I went, wherever there was free beer, we were going to mangle a package from somewhere in those days. Somewhere, somehow, we're mangling a bump.
What did your bosses say when you showed up with another dude? Like, hey, this is my friend Darren.
No. There was no bosses. There was a girl like Becky that was there from...
He was in high school working at a bar.
3 to 7, and I would come in at 6:45. Becky would give me the bank. Becky would cash out, and I would take over Becky's shift. There's no bar.
You never met the boss.
I'll tell her, but I tell him, don't come down until Becky leaves. Becky leaves, she sits down, her boyfriend comes get her, they have a drink, then Becky leaves. So they would come down like 8:39. And about by midnight, he'd be on fire between the alcohol, the blow, that steroid going through your heart and shit. And I'd call him over. There'd be like 20 guys, and I'd call him over and go, Riggs, go do some fucking jumping jacks, some push-ups. Take your shirt off, show these motherfuckers what you're about. And he would do diamond push-ups. He'd get a vein would come on his head, and he'd walk around the bar with no shirt on, just like, what, bitch? And nobody would say dick to him. Wait, listen, man, that dude.
It was like 7 in the morning. They're like, what's happening?
That was 1982. I met him in 1978. All right. We met like playing basketball. He played for St. Bridget's, and I played for St. Michael's. And basically, it was Lincoln School, who was the fucking crazy school. If you played, not St. Bridget's, not at St. Augustine, right there on Kelly Boulevard. I can't remember the name of that fucking place. But they all played there. Him, this kid Fernie, who I went to meet, McShay, they all played there. And those leagues, you could be in the 6th, 7th, or 8th grade. Do you follow me? And if you were Catholic and you had to go to church on Sunday, you could play for the fucking team. It was a scam. And you put up at the church, as long as the priest saw you, you were the bam, you got the fuck out of there. So I stayed friends with him. When I went to Colorado, me and him used to rob car stereos. He had a car.
Oh, he was a team member too?
Oh, no, he was family. He had a car that didn't have heat in the wintertime in New York City. We used to call it the icebox. Every time we go in there, you had to have gloves on and shit. But it was a tank. It was a tank. And once a week, him and I would cut out of school and we'd go down to Tunnelly Avenue to the Sears and Roebuck down there by right before Chan's Dragon Inn, and we'd make a right in there. And they put displays up for car stereos, like good car stereos, like Blaupunk and shit. Yeah. Dog, and I would walk in, Ray go away from me in the car. I would walk in, buy like windshield wiper, like 2 windshield wipers for $2.99, and with that same bag on the way out, pick up 2 car stereos. That was our Friday. We had a fucking gram of blow, and we could buy a case of beer, and we had like 60 cash between us. That was my mentality. And one time we went, and we fucking stole like 4 car stereos, maybe 6 of them. And as we were backing out, we hit this fucking car.
Oh, jeez.
And there was a guy in the car, but Rago hit him so fucking hard that his car was wiggling for like 4 fucking minutes. Like, we fucked it up. We fucked that car up, dog. We fucked that car up, and the guy was like, no problems and shit. And then we had that ice box till the summer. And when we were graduating high school one night, we were going down the shore. There was this dude, there was this restaurant called Mando's in Paramus, New Jersey. And the kid's name was Merlot. Behind his back, they called him Mort. Right? Mort. He was cool as fuck. I love Rob Merlot, but we used to call him Mort.
What if he didn't know? What if he finds out right now?
No, he knew. We used to call him Mort. Right? We used to call him Mort. And he had a great sister. And he was this kind of dude. On Friday nights, his father owned this restaurant. So if he needed dough, he'd come up to you and go, listen, come meet at my father's restaurant. Work from 11 at night to 7 in the morning cleaning the place. We do a spotless job. You eat whatever you want. Just don't touch the shrimp. That's it. Just promise me you won't touch the shrimp or lobster. I promise you.
First thing you went for.
The first thing you went, yeah.
Who the fuck you think you're dealing with?
Took a live lobster, he boiled it.
And he used to tell me, every week, I do great. You and Conti come down here, the shrimp disappears. I don't understand this. Is that all you guys eat? This steak, this fish? All you guys eat is my fucking shrimp. We would go there and eat those shrimp and dip it in those fucking horseradish. Jesus Christ, that would set your asshole on fire.
Would you actually clean?
What's that?
Would you clean?
Like, oh, yeah. No,
that's the only way they can come
we'd
back.
get a gram of blow between four of us.
Oh, my God.
So in high school, we would be 18. We'd get a gram of blow, put it on the bar at Mando's, start snorting, and
cleaning.
each of us would start cleaning, and we'd get out of there zip by 7 o'clock, jawing like motherfuckers. Everybody goes home happy, or listen to the savages we were, because this was happening. Right there, you get out at 6:30, you're already gacked up. You got a couple beers. We'd steal a case from Mando's, put it in the car, and we'd drive down to Jersey Shore.
Why didn't he just hire a cleaning crew? It seems like it'd be a lot cheaper than cases of beer, steaks.
You have no fucking... It was his son. So he was trying to give his son a little action. Give him responsibility and shit like that.
That's why you don't have kids.
So we go... So one Friday night, he asked us, he goes, are you guys going down the shore? And I go, yeah. He goes, come help. And I go, I can't, because me and Rago are going into the city and to get a few 8 balls. Because we had to kill time that night. We had to wait till 2 o'clock till our friend got out of UPS to drive down the shore. He worked from 11 to 2 in high school in UPS. And guess what, guys? Today, he runs Secaucus UPS, one of the biggest fucking districts in the country.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. He got paid, too. He had stock options and shit
stuck
since
in
high
for
school.
the long haul.
Since 1980, he's been at UPS. That's how many years? That's 37 fucking years at UPS. And he's held every job. He started right there with us. And on that Friday night, the deal was, go to work. We'll go into the city. We'll buy the 4 or 8 balls, whatever the fuck you need. And then we'll bring them over. Now, rule number 1 with the icebox was you couldn't turn it off. Once you got in the car, I had to stay on the whole night. You couldn't turn the car off till you got to your destination. So
the car can't heat itself.
Against my better will, I go, Ray, stop at 178. Let's get a bag of reefer. If we're going to go down the fucking, down the shore, let's get some reefer too. In those days, we used to go to 178th Street, maybe 180, and there was a pool hall. And you walked in the pool hall, you walked to the back, and there'd be a guy with a pool table with 20 different types of weed, 20 different types of packages. You tell them what you want, you give them the cash, they'd buzz you out. Boom, nobody said nothing. We go up there, the guy gives us papers. I go in the car, we roll the number. On the way down, I get Rago tuned up. Between 180 and 135, we're fucking tuned up. The good thing about 135 in those days is that there were Dominicans, Colombians at that time that were downstairs, but on the corner there was a bodega. And Becky, they had like Batele.
Oh, God.
You know what I'm saying? It was the heart of fucking the Upper West Side. And so that's what we did to not make us look like assholes. We'd walk into the bodega first and buy a piece of chicken or whatever, so we weren't just walking around that neighborhood. If the cops pull over, what are you 3 white dudes doing here?
Right, all right.
I'm getting chicken up the fucking corner. You ever have the chicken from the corner, officer? Fucking tell, you're throwing them off. You're just not walking out like a fucking idiot like people do today. I go to the weed store and there's people parked in front of the weed store. Go for a fucking ride. Didn't you ever buy weed before? Go for a fucking hike. You're over here advertising. There's a red right there. Go for a fucking ride around the corner. When he's in there, you're supposed to go buy booze, papers, condoms for your dirty ass, fucking lighters, whatever else you need, razor blades. So yeah, we went, we parked across the street. Already we made a U-turn, like we were gonna go right back to the Jersey side, to the bridge. I don't know what, in those days it was $250 an 8-ball. I probably had like $1,100 on me. I was just gonna give him $1,100 and give me whatever the fuck you got. It was a downstairs discotheque. I walk downstairs, boom, I go downstairs, bunch of people dancing to Spanish music. The guy's a horrible DJ. He's going from like Spanish music to that's the way, and it's not working. He's scratching the albums worse than I do here.
But wait, at 18 you were spending $1,100.
It wasn't my money. It was
Okay.
your money, Becky's money, my money. So we're all getting an 8-ball. We could throw a gram on that, get 4.5, and sell a gram for fucking $100, and we each keep a half gram, and we could party. You know what I'm saying? And whoever stays up the longest could hang out with Becky late night and shit and talk to her. And say a couple things to her, you know what I'm saying?
Say a couple things.
Sure.
Have her sit next to him.
They had a whole business going, basically.
So, we're stoned in front of there. I'm getting ready to get the fuck in there without even knowing at 11:30 at night in the heart of Harlem in June on a 90-degree night, Darren Regal turns the fucking ignition off. And as he's doing it, I go, did you just turn the fucking car on me? And he goes, oh, shit. I forgot. I go, oh, shit. Ain't nobody gonna stop and give you a jumper.
You need to jump it every time?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Did you just abandon the car?
No, I can't. No, I can't walk into these fucking savages downstairs. Well, this place doubles as a chicken den. You know where they have chickens and they fight in the daytime?
Sure.
That's what it does in the daytime. And at night they put a stage down and people go in there and dance and they sell blow in the back. It was classic. So I can't ask them to come out. This is their spot here.
Yeah.
This is their spot. So there's no way I could go in there and ask them for jumper cables. And by the way, I need a jump. So I walk the fuck in there. I salute everybody. They all know me. Hello, oye, ¿cómo está mi mano? Oh, shit, Cuba's here. You know, you get to talking. You had to go into a little DJ booth, and the guy had a scale right there where the DJ booth was. That's how wide open it was. And the door had to be open because he would stick his hand. You see the door on top here? He would niche it out, and he would put blow up there. And he would take out the bag and go, what do you want, 35, 20? I want an 8-ball. As a matter of fact, here's $1,100. And he had an assistant who came in, and the assistant would get the fucking aluminum foil. In those days, they still gave it to you in big aluminum foil. So he would go, what do you put in there? Un octavo as an eighth. Vaya. He would cut out aluminum foil perfect for an eighth. So that night, we filled it up. He gave me like 6 aluminum foils. I had more aluminum foils than fucking aluminum foil. I walk out there. I fucking go to the corner. Now, the bodega, they got a dog that's tied up in front of there. You got to walk past the dog that's tied up.
Is it like a nice poodle? Like a cute little dog?
No.
Is it like
French
a guard
bulldog?
dog or
He's
what?
like a German Shepherd that was raised in Harlem. He got hit by cars like 8 times.
Oh, no.
Nobody gave him love. The bodega guy tied him up there and throws him scraps and calls him fucking racial slurs and shit. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those type of dogs that's angry at life. If you're going to walk into that bodega, you got to walk past that fucking dog.
How'd they get business?
So
Were they biting all the...
You have to walk up to the corner, walk down, and then creep into the store in the back
around.
and hope the dog ain't fucking watching. If you think I'm fucking crazy, I go in there, I buy some pastelito carne, a couple Coco Ricos, because that's what you do when you're on the Upper West Side hanging out with fucking Spanish people. I walk back across the street, I give Darren a Coco Rico, a couple pasteles, I start eating them. I go, Darren, how are we going to start this fucking car? He goes, bro, every once in a while, the car takes, and I start it, and we can get the fuck out of here. He goes, I just wanted to tell you, no.
Oh.
He twisted and it didn't fucking take.
No.
So now we're on 135th Street in Amsterdam with fucking, I don't know how many grams of blow on us in a fucking car. 2 kids with New Jersey licenses. So if a cop comes by, are you fucking crazy? What are you doing here? What the fuck are you doing here, you dumb motherfuckers? You guys have drugs? No, we don't. Let me check the fucking car. Don't make me go get a fucking dog. You know, that type of shit. You're dead. You're dead. You're sitting there like, so I told him, I said, we're dead. So we got two choices. We got two choices here. We could sit in here until the fucking cops come, which is no air conditioner, no heat. The car's got nothing. We got the windows open. Or we could go for a fucking hike and go sit on the corner, stash the blow. And from that payphone, call UPS and call Stinky and tell him what's going on here. He's got to pick us up. And that's exactly what we did. And we had to sit on that fucking corner with the blow hidden in a garbage can until Stinky came over, got us, jump-started our car, and then Stinky, who loved fried chicken, kept saying, I got to go in there. And he did, and I'm standing on the corner. Every time he'd go into the fucking bodega, I'd yell at the dog, come on down, and the dog would bite Stinky. And Stinky would, stop, man, stop. I didn't still do nothing. Because Stinky...
Would he show up in a UPS truck?
No, at this time, no. He was,
Okay.
he was at this time, he was
Imagine he comes to pick him
at
up.
this time, he was a loader.
Oh.
At that time, you start as a loader from 11 to 2, and you have to touch a certain amount of boxes every hour to get raises.
11 p.m. to 2
Holy
a.m.
shit.
Okay, that's not bad.
When you're a senior and a junior in high
That's
school,
it?
that's not a bad job. No. It started off at like 10 an hour.
Oh, that's oh
3
my
hours?
god. Back
3
then?
hours.
then,
Yeah,
that's
Monday
a
through
fortune.
Friday. Yeah, this is 1982. Monday through Friday, no insurance. And then
Well, you're looking 15 hours.
he worked there for 2 years and he got hurt. And by that time, he had insurance, workman's comp, and we used to drive out to fucking the doctor once a week, and he'd get checked out, he'd get pills, we'd eat the fucking pills. They were muscle relaxers, they didn't do dick, but we still ate them anyway and shit.
Oh my God.
But this kid, Rago, I'm telling you about, here's the funny thing, that me and him lost contact. He got in deep, I got in deep, I got locked up, and we rekindled our relationship like in 1991 on the phone.
Oh.
And we got really tight, and then I went back to Jersey, and this guy was fucking crazy. Like, he was one of the few people that was as crazy as I was. Like, let me give you an example. Like in 84, there was a cocaine craze in that whole area. There was a cocaine craze across the country. But there were some Colombians who were going to New York City, and they were taking their nicotine out of the cigarette, half of it, and they would put cocaine in it, and it wouldn't burn right. So people started using, at that time, they were going through everything. They were going through free-braze cocaine. They were going through, which is just the rocks in the pipe and shit. But you have to cook the rocks yourself with baking soda. It's a bunch
like
of
a lot of
fucking
work.
drama. A lot of work for the bang, and you go through thousands of dollars. But these motherfuckers figured out that you could get a cup of coffee, you know, the cup you have at home of coffee.
A mug.
A mug of coffee. You put 4 fingers of water in there. You put a gram of fucking Coke in there, and you put a little teaspoon or 2 of baking soda. You put that in your microwave oven. You put 28 seconds. Bing! It comes out. You go in there with a spoon, take out that little chunk of white shit. You crack that motherfucker up into a little powder. You take reefer. You cut that up. You get fucking a rolling paper. You put the weed in, then you take that fucking Coke and you sprinkle it in that joint, and you fucking tight that joint up real tight, and then you get a lighter and you cook the cocaine in the joint with that lighter underneath it. You just keep going like this until the paper looks like an old newspaper. That means that the Coke melted in, and they used to call them bazookas. All right, so everybody in New York was smoking bazookas.
That was a lot of work.
That, bro, but people would take it. They would listen. These are savages would hire like a hot chick, like New Jack City. Becky, what are you doing tonight? Nothing. Listen, Becky, I've had a crush on you for a long time. What if I gave you $500 for 3 hours, and you package little packages of baking soda topless? Would that work for you tonight? And you're like, what the fuck? I ain't doing nothing better with my life. You go down there, and you just wait. They would just, they'd get girls. They get whatever they could. Guys would just go, I'm going to cook bazookas. I got an ounce of Coke. And you would go to somebody's house, and they'd be there. Somebody would be there all night, putting Coke and baking soda in the microwave.
In the microwave for 28
and
seconds.
every time you heard bing, your whole body would stop. Jesus Christ. When is he going to stop binging? You know what I'm saying? These are too many fucking bings.
What did his neighbors say? With like, if he lived in an apartment and there's like this, I
Oh,
All
and
night,
it smells
every
like, and it's,
minute, you
and it smells like that. But here's the professional D was. One night, I'm driving on Kennedy Boulevard, Zach to the gills with somebody else. And I look up and I see a guy carrying a box. I look at my bag, I go, that looks like Darren. And he goes, that is Darren. We pull over and I look at the box. It wasn't a box, it was a microwave oven.
With the cord and everything?
With the whole cord. And I go, why do you have a microwave oven? He goes, listen, I don't want to go to somebody's house and they have a microwave oven. Then we got a problem. You know what I'm saying? So instead, he goes, the last 2 places I went to party didn't have a microwave oven.
Oh, shit.
And that's bullshit. Who don't have a microwave oven? He had a microwave oven.
He carried one everywhere.
Like he was yoked at this time. But that same dude, it was funny because the other night, last week I was in Utah, and before the late show, I got on stage and I told it to him. Like out of the blue, I just thought of Darren. Mm-hmm. Wow. I go, what the fuck would Darren think? That's what I said to myself. And I got off the stage, went home, got on the plane, came home, no big a deal. The kids were home, my wife, we played, they went to church, I got on Facebook, and when I opened Facebook, it was a picture of Darren Reagan. And he would have been, it was his birthday. Mm-hmm. His cousin put the picture up, me and his cousin are tight. His cousin put the picture up, and guys, it was like somebody grabbed my lung. Like I just couldn't breathe for a second when I saw that picture. Like you don't see people for a long time.
Yeah.
Like just to see his image, he was there, yoked, smoking a cigar, and my lungs stopped, you know. And you know what, bro? He had his little situations in his life and stuff, but this is something a lot of people don't know about him. When I first got into comedy seriously, the guy who pushed me the most was that lunatic. And he did some crazy shit at the comedy clubs. He did some crazy shit at comedy clubs, man.
Like
one time he made a dude put me up on stage. Like he walked up to the dude, he's like, either you put him on stage, I'm gonna fuck you up right here and shit.
my God.
And the dude went up on stage and said, somebody just came up to me and said, I'll put this dude up, it'll fuck me up. Like shit like that.
Oh my God.
Do you think you had a moment like on Celia, where she's like always seeing her mom and then she sees her mom?
No, because I've been trying to see.
When she passed away, do you think that thought of him was like kind of a?
No, because I've been trying to see people for 30 years. The last time I saw a spirit, I was about 4, 5.
Yeah.
That's the last time I thought I saw a fucking spirit, but I was also 4.
Who did you see?
When you're 4, you see a lot of creepy fucking shit in your mind. At that time, I was fried bananas. My father had died. My father was died for it.
I was fried bananas.
Yeah, my mind was fried bananas. Your father goes out one night and never comes back, and you're a kid, and you're his fucking right hand. So I was broken as it was. And one day I told my mom, I go, listen, I saw a spirit in the kitchen, which I really did. I got up in the middle of the night and I saw this fucking image in the kitchen, and he had like a fucking jacket on, and he turned around, and that's it. And I just stood there for a second, the hair in my body stood, and that was it. I never fucking saw a spirit again.
50 years later, still haven't seen one.
I've been waiting.
That's crazy.
I've been waiting for somebody to show up and tap me in the shoulder in the middle of the night and talk to me and shit.
But even just having thought of him could have been kind of...
No, and that's why. No, that's why I counted for. As soon as I saw that picture, I go, whoever tells you no, you know, my best friend Jimmy Burkle, he's the one I came out to Colorado with. He was tight. Me and him were tight. He was a great dude. I was very lucky to have him in my life. I learned a lot how to be a friend from him. But he was in the hospital with cancer. And I kept calling his cell phone. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't get a hold of him. And I knew it was just a matter of days before he was going to die. And I got a call from him Friday. And he called and he fucking pretty much told me goodbye. And the next day he was gone. And I'm like, at least he fucking called. You know what I'm saying? Like in my mind, I'm like, something makes people do something like that.
Yeah.
When Carmine Balzano died last year, the morning he died, he called me. When I was calling him back, he didn't answer, and I knew.
Oh, that's right, you said.
And a week later, they go, Coco, we looked at his phone. You called him. You called him 10 minutes later. He must have died right after he hung up, which is fucking creepy.
That is.
What if he would have said hello? Coco, I was thinking about you, and he hung up the phone and he fucking died. You know, I believe now because I've seen and felt creepy fucking shit, you know.
It's not on that level. But what about deja vu? And it's not, for me, it's not usually with big things. It's like little conversations or things I've seen before. But it's just, like, it happens a lot. And I don't think it's stuff that happened before. It's just really, I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy, but it happens to me every few months.
Really?
Yeah, at least every 6 months or something, yeah.
It used to happen to me a lot more when I was younger. And then as I got older, I got out of the deja vu business. But sometimes in an airport, sometimes just at weird places.
It's like walking down the aisle of a grocery store.
Yeah.
And you'll have one. Something random.
The creepiest thing, before my mom died, right across the street, the house that I robbed like 4 times, and right like the Puerto Rican dude Rudy and the speakers and shit. Well, out of nowhere, some other lady moved in there. And she was a crazy Cuban lady.
How crazy is that?
And she was a black Cuban chick. And not attractive or anything. She was like in her 50s and stuff. And this is a fucking hilarious story. Her big thing was that she passed un espíritu. She passed the spirit, like every couple fucking nights a week. You know, you would hear yelling and screaming, and she'd be out there, bo, yelling and stuff, like saying fucking African stuff. And
how did your white Catholic neighbors like that?
Well, it's like embarrassing my mom. My mom's like, I don't know this fucking lady. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you know? Because she was Cuban, so my mom went over and talked to her and stuff, and one night, dog, this fucking, I'm coming up the corner, and she's out there, and her daughter's like, "Hey, spirit, come back in the house."
Oh my God, she talks to her like a dog?
No, like she would talk to her like the spirit, like she knew it was a spirit in her mother's body. Her mother would be out there barefoot, walking on glass and shit, yelling in African terms, like out in the street. The spirit that entered her wanted to go outside and yell at people and talk to people.
Oh my God.
And I'll never forget this, dog. I saw her. I was 15, 16. I didn't make eye contact with her. I kept walking up the hill. And this bitch started yelling at me like, "Oh, oh, oh," like in this weird language. She crossed the street halfway. And as I was putting in those days, I could either walk up those 3 stairs or I had the garage keys. I could put my key in the garage. We had the old school zoot. And you just pick up the garage. And as I was picking up the garage, she says, and she goes, "Hey, your father has a message for you." Dog, I shut that fucking garage door, ran upstairs. I mean, you know, shit like that.
You didn't stay for the message?
You didn't get the message?
No.
What was the message?
I didn't stay for the message. What is my dead dad of fucking 10 years? He's really going to send me a message, guys?
Well, how would you know your dad wasn't alive?
This is the question.
That's what I'm saying. You should.
This is the question that has always haunted me. I never told my mom. I never told nobody. You know, shit like that happens. Sometimes, do you ever believe in lucky coincidences?
Always. It's half a life.
Yeah, you know, so they're lucky coincidences.
Huh.
I don't want to see a spirit. I don't want to go to a fucking seance. When I was a kid, I grew up around that. I grew up on that side of Cuban stuff. Because they always felt that since my dad had died, he was kind of like at night. There's nights Mercy crawls in the bed with us. And it's a long fucking night of sleep.
Because she likes to sleep.
She sleeps
against
sideways, but it's not that. It's how many fucking times she moves in her sleep. So, like, if my mom was still alive and saw that, by now she would have got to see this old lady who would have threw cards for her or fucking seaweed seeds and told her what bothering this little girl. And it could be a relative of 10 years. It could be somebody who's not letting this child sleep. 9 out of 10, they just make you put a glass of water under the bed. All right?
And that works?
Number 1, they make you put a glass of water under your bed. And if you talk in your sleep, you have to put your right slipper over your left slipper.
I've never heard that one.
That's as deep as Cuban as it gets. So for these motherfuckers, let's say you're banging the fucking boss and your husband don't know, you don't want to talk in your sleep, do you? So you put the right shoe over the left shoe.
Oh my god.
If your husband tells you talking in your sleep and you're sucking the boss's dick, you gotta put the right shoe over the left shoe and you'll be fine.
Oh my god.
That's how fucking Cuban superstitious my family was.
What about?
We had a few of them, but not that.
What about like the whole animal sacrifice part? Like, did that mess you up as a kid? I mean,
it was a secret that I had amongst myself. I never told none of my friends. But then as I grew up, I learned about all these other. In Israel, they kill chickens.
Yeah, they swing them around by their necks.
Around. You know, it's
great. It's creepy as fuck.
Everybody somewhere around there has to kill something. A goat,
I don't have
an
to
animal.
Jesus.
In Cuba, they sacrifice
Someone
goats,
for you.
pigeons.
That's the way I like
every
it.
god requires a different animal.
Yeah, they used to in the
no,
Bible. There's sheep and all that stuff.
There's no cats. There's no fucking dogs. There's no fucking gorillas. Monkey, yes. Monkey, yes. Some saints require a monkey.
That's a cute monkey.
Yeah, some saints require a monkey, but not like every fucking day. And who's got money for a fucking monkey? You know what I'm saying? These people trying to get their life together. Now you got to throw a curveball at them. and go.
And you don't even get to keep it and do fun monkey things with it. You have to.
And anyway, you got to get like a little monkey and kill him and shit. My friend had a monkey in his bathroom one time for Santeria purposes. When I was about 8, he was a gay dude. I'll never forget. I don't know what his name is now, but fucking years ago, I'll never forget that dude. You couldn't go to the bathroom. I was like, hey, I'm there with my mom and my fucking Santeria godmother. And she's like, Coco's got to pee. He needs to go to the bathroom. He can't go in the bathroom.
Go to that one.
There's a monkey in there. I'm like, there's a monkey in there. He's like, you want to see him? He opened up. He had like blue hair and shit. I ran the fuck out of there. I go, what do you want to do with the monkey? He goes, the saint wants a monkey. Fuck you.
You got him from like the shampoo testing places when they were done with them?
I don't know where the fuck they got him. What do you think? I'm going to ask questions?
I don't know how else a monkey would have dyed blue hair.
I was fucking 7. All I want is to fucking go piss and get the fuck out of here.
Isn't there fancy monkeys that have blue hair? I'm sure there are.
Yeah, there must be something.
They're like, birds. They come in different colors.
The animal stuff didn't bother me. Oh, I see how you're asking me. At first, I didn't have to really look or be involved. And then the more I went as a child, you have to, like I rose in rank.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like I rose in rank. So
well, they're not going to show like a 3-year-old
no
thing, but they must.
Now, all these things I went there for, I understood what was going on. Do you understand me, guys? I understood. I knew at the age of 6, Becky, that I wasn't like regular kids that were 6. I knew something wasn't right. I'm not going to tell you I knew it was my dad. I knew something was missing. Mm-hmm. So when I hooked up with my godmother at the age of 4, I liked her. I liked her. She never said nothing to me about Santeria. She would tell me stories about Catholicism. Mm-hmm. Okay, and how they wrapped up with Santeria. And the stories were great. And then she showed me her saints, and and I said to her, and she goes, because when you're a kid, you like the fucking beads. You follow me? So you like the beads. So I would get like a bead, and then she'd tell me the story of that saint. And that's how I got involved with it. Mm-hmm. And then on Sundays, if I was there, she'd be cooking, but her job was to fucking, people would come there all the time to do services. So when I wasn't with her, I'd be outside playing, and I would walk in there from time to time, and they'd be killing a goat or fucking a lamb or a couple chickens or a pigeon or a turkey. They kill a bunch of different birds. And in those days, they used to drive to Marlboro, New Jersey to pick up the animals, which was like a 3-hour drive, 4-hour. It was like a half a night drive. And they would come back, and then when I got into the religion, that was where it was fucking wild. It was wild, the animals. Like the night that you got initiated, there's a lot of animals, dog.
Really?
Yeah, sheep. They got a couple of them, the ones with the horns, the ones without the horn. Maybe the saint wants the horns. It's fucking crazy.
Did they sacrifice them all for you?
Not for fucking me.
Oh, I thought it was for like the ceremony.
The ceremony, yeah. Not for me. It was for the ceremony. But you have to be up all night. It was tremendous. Till this day, I sit there and I'm like, wow. I can't believe I sat there and I enjoyed it. I still remember getting out of there, going to school on Monday, and they wouldn't let me go to school with a white hat on.
Why?
Because the school teacher said, you have to take your hat off. And I was completely bald. And my mom went in there, went into the room with the principal, gave him like $500.
You were wearing a hat.
And I was wearing a fucking hat in school. It wasn't that simple. Fucking crazy.
No, it seems like Santeria is like a personal. Like, are there churches, or is it all like your family and your friends form groups?
I was raised in the old school Santeria, where you keep it to yourself. We're not on bicycles selling.
Not knocking on doors.
We're not knocking on doors.
But not, and I didn't even.
In my world, it's not like I loved it. I knew it was me. I love going to Catholic church. I love all that shit. But at the same time, I never thought I wanted to make a living doing it. Like, not at one point in my life.
Well, not even a living. I just meant for like the Santeria aspect of it. Are there churches where you can go and do these ceremonies? And
I don't know.
They're probably more like at people's houses.
Yeah, that's what I was.
Yeah, it's people's houses.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
There's no. I've never heard of a church. Like a place to.
The only church
gather.
I heard of was a church of what's happening now, cocksucker. You know what I'm saying?
Nice segue.
Fucking, that's the way to do it. That's my girl Becky from Matt Therapy and shit. What else has been going on? You hurt yourself? You were preparing for EBI?
For the qualifier. Yeah.
When is it?
June, like 11th or 12th.
You got a month.
I can't.
I'm surprised you're not at her door at 6 a.m., Joey, just with like the golf cart to like make a run, eggs to swallow.
Look at Becky's pants.
I know.
If you're at Becky's house at 6 in the morning, it ain't to watch her run. You know what I'm saying? It's to watch her fucking do jumping jacks or something like that. All creepy in the corner. Becky, just do jumping jacks.
You're standing in the corner.
And just watch and sweat. You know what I'm saying?
We've been doing jumping jacks for 6 weeks, Joey. What's going on?
It's a shame. You were working really hard.
Yeah.
I could feel in your voice when we spoke the first time. That, you know.
It's a lot. It's a lot on your body. I mean, I was training 4 days a week. Jiu-jitsu 4 days a week, and then strength and conditioning 3 days a week. So
that's a lot, man. That's a lot.
Finally, I had a muscle just say, fuck you, and I'm not doing this anymore.
You know, jiu-jitsu, like sometimes I go jiu-jitsu 2 weeks in a row. I go 3 times. Mm-hmm. Plus that Sunday, which is light.
Yeah.
And guess what? Like, it catches up.
You feel it, yeah.
You feel it. And then I have to stay at home and work out a day and stretch a little more and stuff. But 4 times a week, that's a big time commitment, man. Mm-hmm. That's big. And eventually, the more times you go, the higher the percentages of you hurting an arm, getting a hand. They jacked up my wrist today. He caught me on this roll, this kid, and tucked my wrist in. It was, I could feel the wrist about to just fall off. He was going to take it with him and shit. I'm getting old. That bone will break right away from that skin.
The funny thing, I didn't even get hurt doing jiu-jitsu.
No.
I was doing like a simple workout and just...
So how much longer are you rehabbing?
Till it gets better, till it feels better.
Where'd you guys do the podcast last week?
LA Jiu-Jitsu Club.
And who'd you interview?
The guys from LA Jiu-Jitsu Club.
Joey Haas,
yeah.
Eric Medina.
Eric showed up later, so he wasn't
Well,
actually
I'd like to
on.
congratulate. He got engaged in Hawaii to Bonnie Staley. I'd like to congratulate Eric Medina and Bonnie Staley. They got engaged in Hawaii over the week, or just yesterday or the day before.
Today, I think even.
If you're in fucking LA to watch comedy and you like to roll, check out the LA Jiu-Jitsu Hotel. They got it's cooler than fuck. Joey Haas is up there, Medina. They got another guy from 10 Planet up there. Andrew, you go up there at 2 in the morning and there's people fucking rolling.
Pretty much.
Yeah, it's 24 because one of them works in the morning and one of them works nights.
Yeah. So there's always someone there to be able to
They have like 7 a.m.
run the show.
classes. Isn't like the dining room just mats now?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's how it's always been. They have like a living room area with some couches, and then the dining room is all mats.
And they have a lot of rooms.
And they have a pool.
They have like a lot of spots for people. Like they've had teams stay there. So it's at the LA Jiu-Jitsu Club. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. It's pretty awesome. It's like a little hostel, and you don't have to go anywhere. You can just... And now they even like take people to training at certain places. Like they'll take people to HQ. They'll take people to Jean-Jacques or wherever they want to go.
And here's what else I noticed about
cool.
jiu-jitsu. I watch a lot of the guys.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a watcher, dog. Sometimes I'll roll twice, and I know my limitations. And I'll go, I'm not going to roll 4 times.
Yeah.
I'll take a roll off, and I'll roll the 3rd time until the class ends.
Yeah.
And then you go right into a warm-up. You follow me? But here's the beauty. When I'm sitting against the wall and I'm breathing, I'm watching. And I'm watching the guys. So you start getting really strong in jiu-jitsu. Your body starts to get adjusted to it.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden you start getting stronger, which means you start going a little harder.
Yeah.
I see the progression.
You get comfortable.
And then one day, you see them come in with a bandage on their fucking head, or a fucking cast on their arm, or a knee with whatever, and you're like, what happened? Like, I was here rolling one night, and they popped my knee on a leg lock. And you sit there and go, you know what? And it's funny. I've been watching these guys, how the system goes. And it's like, you come in, you love it, you know. There's limitations, and then one day you break away from every limitation, and you're in that jiu-jitsu parlor every time, every day, every class. You don't miss a fucking class. You love it. You eat, breathe, whatever jiu-jitsu. And you get strong. And at that time, you're getting stronger and stronger and stronger. And once you get that first belt, Jesus fucking Christ, if you thought you loved it before, you're loving it now. As a matter of fact, you're not going to go back to work. You're going to get your pension, your 401k. You're just going to fucking train. You know, it's the fun. And all of a sudden, you start getting more and more involved, which you're supposed to.
Mm-hmm.
Which you're fucking supposed to.
Well, Becky, I mean, you obviously still work, but you've had a few different jobs since I've known you, and haven't you decided to like focus more on jiu-jitsu than on that aspect of your life?
Yeah.
Like,
I went through the exact same path that he basically just talked about. I had the job that paid well, just didn't leave me time to train much, so I had to get something that would allow me the time to spend. And then little by little, I just got more and more consumed. I wanted to do more, not just jiu-jitsu. How else can I involve it?
You know, I think of being 21 to 28 and wanting a job that paid a lot of money because the primary focus was money.
Mm-hmm.
By the time I got on stage the first time,
Mm-hmm.
I was 32 or 31, I knew that money wasn't necessary. It took me all those years to realize that I was chasing the wrong fucking dream. You know, I had a high school education, a couple semesters in college. Who the fuck was I kidding? You know, I could sell my ass off. Whatever you got, I'll take a job against you little college students. I guarantee I'll smoke these bitches. I'll smoke them and smoke them over. They won't know. They're coming in here with a fucking degree in business. I'll eat them up. The last 4 years, I've been selling belly-to-belly sales, bitch. Cars, pipes, bazookas, grams of blow. I'm hitting you from every fucking aspect. You getting postcards on your birthday. You know what I'm saying? I'm that dude. So, what the fuck are we talking about? Anyway. No, I'm sorry.
When you realize that comedy, you do it for...
Yeah, that you fucking, one day you go, fuck it. I want to do what makes me happy.
Yeah.
You know? And the rent, the $2,000 car payment, I'll fucking sell the car and get myself a fucking bicycle, okay? Because all I need to do is go to jiu-jitsu and my job is 3 blocks away. You start downsizing.
Yeah.
You know what? That 2-bedroom, I don't need it. That bedroom, I don't need no fucking office. Tell the landlord to put me in a fucking studio. You know, and all of a sudden, on and on. You just learn limitations.
Yeah.
When I left Boulder in 95, the car was what I could afford. The car cost me $600 fucking dollars. That was going to be my apartment, my office, for life. That was my investment. That was the last of every fucking dime I borrowed for fucking that car. I didn't care. My rent was $35 a month for the pager and gasoline. I had a pager. That's how you got a hold of me. That's it. There was nothing. I got a calling card for $10.
And you're trying to make it work. That's all.
That's it.
You break
what are you
it down
gonna do
to
for comedy? What are you gonna do? How much you gonna make in the beginning? You're scrapping on 50s. If you could pop together 3 50s, if you could pop together 6 50s, what's that? That's 300. That's it. That's the first month of comedy. Welcome to comedy, cocksucker. What are you gonna do with $300? That's gasoline. You have a couple cocktails. Maybe one night you get a hotel. Your sister puts you up for 3 days. You know, because
someone has
you
a
get
couch
breaks
you can
in
sleep
between.
on.
Yeah. And the same thing happens there. And they tell you after like a week and a half, so what are you going to do? You're going to get a job? And you're like, not really. I want to do jiu-jitsu. I want to do
Thanks for the time I'm out.
I want to be a comedian. And they look at you like, are you fucking crazy? It's not going to work out. That's a long road. Any road you're going to take is going to be fucking long. You know? Look at your wife now. She got to drive to fucking Ball Heights starting on fucking Monday. Every day. What
It's gonna suck, yeah.
What are you gonna do? You know, that's where you start.
Rush hour traffic.
That's where you happen. In 20 years, she'll take the helicopter to Ball Heights.
Yeah, I mean, dude, I can't tell you how great it was not having to drive the 405 twice a day.
Yeah.
I did that for 2-3 years. That was terrible. That was awful.
That's the other option. So yeah, see, you got options here, and both of them are fucking bad.
Yeah.
So you got to pick what's your worst poison. What's the one that's gonna kill me in least amount of fucking time?
At least I'll enjoy the death.
Yeah, like that's Ari had a very interesting podcast, and it was with someone he was with in Thailand, who like an Australian guy who has been running like a cave hotel, almost like a cave exploring hotel in Thailand for 30 years. From Australia, just never left Thailand, and it's weird. They were talking about how why do you spend all that time at work to pay for all that stuff if you can't do or see anything?
You can't enjoy it.
So I mean, how did your parents react to you lowering your job or changing your focus?
My mom still gives me a hard time.
Yeah.
But
all right.
My dad, you know, he's do what makes you happy kind of person.
Right.
But my mom to this day, she's like, when are you gonna get a job? when are you gonna get the, you know, she thinks I need to get a, you know, Monday through Friday 9 to 5 job that has insurance.
Does she send you like job postings?
She did once. Thank God she doesn't do it that often. But she did send me one. She's like, did you see that? And I ignored it. And like 2 weeks later, I talked to her and she goes, by the way, did you see that job listing that I sent you?
No.
I'm like, yeah, but I ignored it.
I'm just thinking about when I made that decision. Like, I was like, wow, I'm separated now. You know, they're not going to hire me as a roofer no more. They told me they were moving the company back to Jersey. That meant a lot of money. I went to the other roofing companies in the area, and they offered me half of what I was making as a roofer. And I'm like, wow, I'm fucking dead. Like, I'm dead. I'm like, I go back and sell cars. But I go, you know what? I really want to do comedy. And I just started selling shit, dog. I just went all out. I knew what I didn't want anymore. Fuck this. And that was it. You just downsize and start all over again. I was living out of a car from June of 95 to fucking... I had that car till probably 96. Then they towed that motherfucker up in Seattle, Washington.
They towed your home?
Yeah. No, but at that time I had an apartment.
Oh, okay.
But the fucking bumper had fallen off it. It was a Datsun, dog. A 4-door Datsun.
My dad had one of those.
That was a tank of death. That car had taken me from Colorado to Baltimore probably 8 times. Colorado to Michigan probably 10 times.
Damn.
And then over and over and over and over from Colorado to Washington State, down through Oregon, zip over California, back to Colorado. Yeah, no,
it was a tank.
And all this car ever needed was for me to fix the radiator
Put some oil in
once
there
a
once in a
month,
while.
put the metal in there so it wouldn't leak. The only thing that this car needed was a little oil once a week, gasoline, and love. This car $600, bro. This car was I couldn't even believe it. One time the frame broke. The fucking frame broke in Ogallala, Nebraska. All right. I was coming back from Michigan. I had picked up $450 for 3 days at Joey's Comedy Club in Dearborn, Michigan. That was one of the most embarrassing situations in my fucking life because I met a woman when I was in Michigan and stuff. And I lingered and I lingered there till Monday. And at that time, I was whatever old I was, and by that time my shoulders were starting to hurt. Mm-hmm. I wasn't at that point. Once I left Boulder, I had a weight set in my living room. So I lifted weights every night after comedy or before I went out to do comedy. Mm-hmm. I did basic stretches, bent over rows. I didn't have dumbbells or a lap machine, but I did bent over rows and all that stuff. Well, after I moved out of Boulder, my shoulders started hurting because of lack of activity. And I'll never forget that in Michigan, I saw a place that said massage, and I pulled up, and I get in, I ring the door, and this is how dumb I was, Becky. And I walk in, the girl comes out, and she's fucking gorgeous. Hi, how are you? What do you like? I go, massage. What's the matter? I go, my shoulder's in really bad shape. I just need somebody to rub my shoulder. And next thing you know, she goes, all right, hold on, walk back here. She takes me back to this room, and this lady comes back there. She leaves, tells me to get naked. And there's no way I'm getting naked. Like, I'm one of those dudes. That's not fucking happening. For me to get naked, you gotta get naked. Or not, I ain't getting fucking naked. Let me know what you need and I'll help you out. But I just ain't taking off my pants because you're telling me to get naked. The fucking little lady comes back. This is not the most best looking woman I like. If the Lucy Lou would have came back, the chick from the counter, we could have had a little party.
Lucy Lou?
But this fucking nasty fuck, there's no way.
Lucy Lou's grandma?
And she looks at me, she's like, lay down, lay down. I'm like, I don't want to lay down. I just want my shoulder rubbed. I can sit right here, rub my shoulder, put Bengay on my shoulder. And she's like, fucking, no, you gotta lay down, you gotta lay down. And she couldn't close me. And finally she looks at me, she goes, lay down, and I give you a hand job, $30. And I looked at her and I go, what the fuck are you thinking? Get the fuck out. I ran out of there and I was pissed for 2 hours that somebody would charge you $30 to give you a fucking hand job. That's disgusting. That's like that fucking people do it for each other for free. You know what I'm saying? $30 fucking to give me a hand job with that crusty fucking hand.
Oh my God.
God knows where the fuck it's been. So now I'm cutting through whatever. I pulled down fucking Nebraska. I'm in Ogallala.
Ogallala.
Boom! Something happens to the fucking car. I pull over. I got a flat tire. Right behind me, the rear tire on the driver's side. I jacked the car up. I got a spare. And I got another spare in there, too. You know me, dog. I got a spare, and I got the bicycle tire. So I put the spare on there. Put the jack in the trunk. Drink some water, whatever, soda. I get back in the car. Boom, I started up again. The car is feeling weird. And all of a sudden I'm hearing zzz, 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 zzz. And all of a sudden after about 10 minutes I hear, bah! Again. And I go, what the fuck? I got another flat tire.
Same one?
Same fucking one. The rear side. I go, what the fuck? Again, I jacked the car up. I put the bicycle tire on this motherfucker. And the bicycle tire lit on fire. Like it melted. It was like that rubber, that fucking creepy rubber. It just flattened from melting. And I finally, a guy pulled over. Oh no, here we go. I sat there and all of a sudden I start walking. There's no cell phones, nothing like that. I start walking. And within 10 minutes, a girl pulls up, hot as fuck, with a little white dress on and shit. When I got in the car, she started driving. She went to make a turn, and a bush of hair came out from under her fucking armpit. Do you understand me? Like, I was looking at her like, maybe this could be the fucking night of my life. My car blows up, but I get the best piece of dirty white ass I've ever gotten in my life in Ogallala, Nebraska. By this time, I had like $350 in my pocket. And then she tells me, no. We'll get the car towed and you'll go back to the commune. And I'm like, what commune? She goes, we run a commune for Christians. Come on up there. You can spend a few days and relax. You can meet my husband. This chick's had no bra on with a see-through, like, fucking tremendous. This can only happen to Uncle Joe. I saw that bush of hair and Christians. I got the fuck out of the car. I got the tow truck. I had to tow. The frame broke on the fucking car. That's the only thing that ever happened to that Datsun.
Good car. My dad had a Datsun. I melted a crayon in the back seat once. I left it on the seat. It was a purple crayon. That's all I got.
Well, what are you gonna do? Wade's got a story about a Datsun.
Do you?
I have no stories about Datsons.
Like, that's all part of comedy. You
I'm
don't
pretty
hear
sure
about.
those were gone by the time you were born.
Like, when you first start, you're not making a lot of money, but your car breaks down.
Yeah.
From all the fucking driving.
Yeah.
And you gotta include that in the budget. There's never a budget
like that
for a breakdown.
That's the part of I don't understand. Like, I'm not sure how homeless people keep it together, to be honest. Like,
well, they're homeless because they can't keep it together.
Well, no, but I'm like.
Can you believe this fucking guy?
No. Let me finish. Okay.
Yeah.
Like, when you are starting comedy, right, and you have to go buy a car, and they're gouging you on every corner, and then your rent goes up the next year, every year, and they're gouging you on that, and it's just like, I'm lucky enough that I can afford it right now.
Are you talking about my life right now?
I'm talking about my rent just went up $75.
Hey, mine
with
too.
With 3 weeks notice.
Oh.
Yeah, so I'm thinking about causing a stink for a month, but we'll see.
At least push it back another month.
That's right. That's what I think.
Mine starts in June. I go up $75.
Listen, and
I just bought a new car.
That huge tax bill that I had.
Yeah.
I've never heard of this happening to anyone in the history of the IRS. I got $200 back because they calculated something wrong. Like, I didn't ask for it; they just sent it. So I'm gonna go there now. That I feel like I paid way more than I should have.
Whoa.
So yeah.
I don't think I've ever heard.
So, but my point is when you can't afford it, how do you keep going? Like, how are you still doing comedy rather than selling drugs in your case or something?
Everybody's level of being able to keep going is different. He had a higher tolerance.
I know what it's like to be in a basement with no money. You owe $800 to one guy. You owe $1,600 to another guy. You probably got $32 in your pocket. You've been up for 3 fucking days.
Oh my God.
Your pager is fucking on fire. You know, people are looking for you for coke. People want to buy coke. People want you to sell them coke. And the people you owe money to fucking calling you nonstop. You have no idea. You're in a basement and you got 8 hours and you're sleeping with a fucking old blanket that smells like dog piss on a mattress with no cover on it, you know. You have no fucking idea, you know, and you're in that. And you go to bed and you wake up and there's no water. You gotta go outside and pee by the garage, and, you know, it's horrible. There's no end. You get yourself into a cycle that is endless. Mm-hmm. I got into a cycle that was fucking endless. And no matter what I robbed, and no matter what lie I told myself, and no matter how much money I made, I'd always blow it. My goal was to have $2,000. I could rob that in 1 hour from a hotel room, some people stash and blow. Mm-hmm. And 9 out of 10 I did. But did I get the apartment? No. Why would I? It was too easy. If I did this one, I get the apartment the next week. For now, I'll sleep on Lee's couch, or I'll rent a hotel room in a Roach Hotel. And you know what? I'll rent the hotel for $100 for the week. I don't need the money. I paid today, right? What's today?
The 10th.
The Wednesday?
Yeah.
I don't need to even think about rent till next Wednesday. I'm not thinking about rent till Tuesday fucking night at 11 o'clock at night. When I leave in the morning, what story I'm going to tell this guy, and what time I'm coming back with his yardstick.
Do you, when you're that deep into addiction, like, are you upset at yourself for being that, like, in that position, or that doesn't even seem weird to you? Like you like to.
When I was 22 years old, I was living in a hotel in Fort Lee, New Jersey. It was a hotel where people took people to have sex.
By the hour? Like a by
No,
the hour
not
hotel?
by the hour. It was a little bit classy.
Yeah.
It was by the George Washington
Have
Bridge.
some respect, Becky.
Off of Route, I think it was Route 4. And the good thing was if you walked down the hill a little bit, there was a Grand Union that made the best lobster bisque you ever had, Becky. You understand me?
I'm so hungry right now.
And you'd buy a loaf of bread. Forget about it. I could just imagine.
I want to imagine it right here, right now.
No, you can't eat in the fucking office.
So jiu-jitsu, like
Only drugs only.
So jiu-jitsu is like kind of blowing up right now. Like who's this guy? Like Marvin Cerberus? I don't even know how to like pronounce his name, but I just see him rolling around on the floor doing crazy shit.
Cerberus is his nickname.
Okay.
Castell is his last
Okay,
name.
Castell. Sorry, I apologize.
He's one of my teammates.
Yeah. Like he has like it looks like he has like sponsors on his rash guard.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Well,
It just seems like it's really blowing up right now.
Yeah. Well, his video did. That Imanari he hit at a Fight to Win.
So
was pretty impressive.
So
although he hit another one at the ADCC trials that I enjoyed more.
And like there's like a really big and I mean I don't know if it's an industry, but there's a lot of jiu-jitsu videos I see online. Like why did that one like really explode? Because it looked cool to me, but I don't know jiu-jitsu.
Exactly. I think that's the reason. Is because even to someone that doesn't know, they saw that and they were like, "Whoa, that was cool."
Yeah, no, he was flipping around and he's really
that's not a move that people do. You don't see that very often. I don't see it very often. So I think to see something that you rarely see and to hit, to have someone hit it so smoothly and so quickly, I think that's.
And then like there's a lot of people I just saw him on Instagram and he's in Europe doing seminars. There's people like traveling the world, just teaching seminars. That's really cool that they have that access now. Yeah. Like, where isn't Eddie in like Korea or something right now? Or like he's going to Korea?
He's going there. I know they're doing like a training camp out there.
That's crazy.
Is it Korea? Oh yeah, South Korea, right?
Yeah, he posted something yesterday.
Yeah. I keep seeing it. Yeah, there's like this big training camp thing or something.
He's going to go over there and see if the missiles are real, if they're really lit duds.
That is what he's going to do.
He's going over there to make sure the Koreans are telling the truth. It's not a conspiracy and shit.
You don't think he's going to go try and creep up into North Korea?
Oh, fuck yeah. He's going to try to schedule a meeting with Dennis Rodman.
He wants to look over the...
He's going to go over there with Dennis Rodman and fucking his assistant.
He wants to go look over the fence and see what's going on over there. See if it really was that. Did you see that picture he posted the other day of... I don't know what it was, but it looked like the Bat Cave. Like this picture that was supposedly from North Korea and like all the work that they're doing or whatever. I don't know.
No.
And the picture looks like a scene from the Batman TV show, like really cheesy like equipment and stuff. That's totally what it looked like. It was funny.
Well, let's hope it's not. Let's hope it's as cheesy as it looks.
Right? No kidding. So.
It's Mother's Day. What are you guys doing? With your moms, what are you doing, Becky? You going down there?
I am. Yep.
What about you, Lee? You send flowers or anything?
I have to call tomorrow to send flowers. I already have a card out.
Oh, your job is quick and easy. Just send flowers.
Yeah, well, I went. I think maybe 2 Mother's Days ago, or her birthday, because they're a week apart. But I'll see her at some point this summer. Or
My
this
mom's
fall.
like a couple weeks apart from her birthday and Mother's Day.
Yeah, it's
or like a month.
It's a gift gauntlet. That gets you. Oh my god.
No, I'm going down to have dinner at my uncle's house on Saturday.
And you just send flowers online, Lee?
No, I don't do.
There's probably an app that does it.
No, honestly, I don't. To be honest,
you call in?
I have to. I haven't found. There's a couple that have done okay jobs that sometimes I'll use in a hurry, but if I have time, I call a place because I feel like they do a better job.
Like a mom pop shop out there or something?
I found one near her house, but because she used to work from home.
How often are you sending flowers, by the way? Sounds like you're sending them a lot.
Mother's Day, and Valentine's Day.
Oh, you do it every year? Okay.
Now, here's how superstitious Uncle Joey is. All right, this week I'm going to Milwaukee, right? And then Saturday morning I get up and I fly to Detroit. You want to go to Detroit, Maggie? I'm going to Detroit. Bring those little pants and shit. Let's go to Detroit. A ver si es de verdad. Vamos a ver si es de verdad, compadre. About Detroit. So I'm going to go to
First
Detroit.
class.
Well, Sunday morning is Mother's Day.
Mm-hmm.
The last time I got stuck was in Grand Rapids, Michigan, flying out of fucking like Detroit. So I already prepared it. I might be a little late. I might get stuck. There might be a fucking tornado. You never know. It's a direct flight.
Right.
So I got options. So I'm sitting down for breakfast this morning. The whole family's eating breakfast. And Mercy starts talking to Terry about some shit. And she goes, Mommy, for Mother's Day, I'm going to get you a bunch of flowers. Would you like that? And I could see it threw Terry off for a minute. It was like Terry getting punched in the fucking stomach. So I said, you know what? Just in case, I'm going to go get her flowers delivered to the house in case something fucked up happens on Sunday. But here's the beauty of it. I went to pick up the fucking kid yesterday, and the babysitter who babysits on date night for us came up to the car yesterday. She goes, Joey, what are you guys doing Sunday? I go, nothing. And she goes, I want to babysit for free. I want to get you guys out of the house. That's how cool this chick is. She's 19. Mercy loves her. She loves Mercy. What the fuck you gonna do? They love each other. They fucking watch TV.
Oh, that's nice of her.
Yeah, she's really cool too.
So do you have plans?
Enjoy her. Yeah, she's a good lady.
So do you have plans? Have you made plans?
No, her dad's the principal of the school.
No, I mean for Sunday.
Not yet.
Oh, okay.
Not yet. What's with the questions? I got no fucking plans. You know me. I live by the Mother's Day. You're not gonna get a reservation now unless you know somebody. I don't know anybody. What the fuck do I know?
Especially on I know.
So maybe I'll just go to Starbucks, take her out for pizza. Something.
Sounds
You
delicious
can't
to
use some
me.
of your points at Morton's? Like, use some Morton points to get a reservation?
I don't know nobody there. Those people don't talk to me though. You gotta be fucking a guitar player from the Foo
Guns N' Roses.
Fighters, or you gotta be something like that at Morton's. They don't fucking give a fuck about comedians or podcasts or anything like
No,
that.
no, not like that. I'm just saying, like, you have like the points card.
What points card? I got no point. I don't know nobody. Even what's the point? If you're sold out, what's my points card? Excuse me. They threw the Chinese guy off the plane. How many points you thought he had? If they threw that poor Chinese guy off the plane, I guarantee that guy get that tickets on points.
Did you see that fight on Southwest at Burbank?
Right here. Yeah.
No.
Oh yeah, it was bad. It was
People fighting on the plane.
I've never seen that in my life.
I didn't see the whole thing. I just saw people
They
fighting.
were going on, two white guys. Really long.
But it wasn't like airport employees or anything. It was just passengers, right?
Right, yeah.
What were they fighting about?
I don't know. I didn't read
I just don't understand how quick these people could fucking get a camera out and tape these fights. They gotta be something's going on here.
It takes 2 seconds.
Well, they were probably screaming at each other already before the fight
Oh,
started.
that's right. You're a genius. See,
Sometimes.
me, I can't believe these people just pop a fucking camera.
Why is there so many things going on planes lately?
People want money.
That's like the thing right now. Everybody's gonna go starting
Listen,
fights on an airplane now just to record them and.
What?
Again, I have to hit you with the fucking stupid age card and how long I've been flying. I used to fly into California when I was 7 by myself. Did you know that, Becky?
1960.
Okay, in those days, the airline system, if you paid for a plane ticket, you were a kid, they just put you in first class.
Oh.
Okay, first class used to be half full.
Mm-hmm.
There was always a big fucking space. I remember getting on planes, there'd be a piano player. Did you know that?
No.
With a pig, with an apple in his fucking mouth. And they'd be surrounded with cheeses and crackers. And they'd be playing fucking pianos. If you watch the movie Midnight Run, when they get on a plane, it's a 2-decker plane. That was 1986, 87. There were 2-decker planes.
It was in the 80s? I thought it was like the 60s or 70s.
70s too. If you wanted to party, you come upstairs. Let me tell you something. I remember taking red eyes because I was a coke fiend. You know why? Because word on the street was, if you're doing drugs, you took the red eye. You know how many parties I went on a fucking red eye and had the best times of my life? You have any fucking idea how many red eyes I went on that it was just dirty people fucked up, drinking, talking shit, and you get there and now you're at a bar with them. Next thing you know, you're at their house. You know how fucking crazy that is? Now you get on a red eye, and from the minute you get on the plane, they turn the lights off. Yeah. You're going to sleep whether you fucking want to or not, Jack. And you can't put on your little light because nobody else could sleep. So you're the only asshole in your row with your light on. So you gotta sit there with your computer with earphones on and not bother. It's a fucking nightmare. It's a fucking nightmare. So flying has become this. And now, for the last 7 years, I've been flying pretty steady. Mm-hmm. And what I've seen across the board is fucking horrific. I mean, I know what I'm paying for my plane ticket, and it's fucking horrific. Mm-hmm. I ignore it because it's a part of me doing business.
Right.
You have to pick your wars. Mm-hmm. I pick the flights. I always pick the first flights, which I have the best percentages. I do different fucking things. I know what airports to get an extra better ticket. I know what airport I'm going to get an upgrade from. Mm-hmm. I know how to scam the fucking system, and I'm pretty good at it. But it's all because I've been doing it. Before that, I was flying, but flying on the cuff. So a club would give me a plane ticket, and I was racking up miles. I couldn't because they bought it on price.line. Mm-hmm. When you get a ticket on price.line, and you take it to the airlines, they're not fucking happy with you. The airline will put you on last. Just on purpose, next to that big black dude.
Boarding like zone 6 or something?
Yeah, zone 22. And you're right next to the bathroom and people are farting and shitting and that. And there you are in the seat by yourself, but you're inhaling fucking death. By the time you get off, you feel like Ted Bundy. Fucking after they electrocuted him or whatever. So, that there was this level of commitment in flying. I remember being in first class and you went into the bathroom and there was creams, there was cologne, there was perfume for women. And you could take some and wipe it down, or you could take it for later. There was a time when there was more commitment to the people and they weren't charging as much. Then all of a sudden the plane heights get up. Then they said we're raising the price of fuel. Because of the price of fuel, we have to collect on the luggage. $25 for a piece of luggage. So for the common American who's fighting for his fucking life, not only do they have to pay for their plane ticket, but if they take 2 pieces of luggage, that's $50 there and $50 back. So any plane ticket, you better tack on a yardstick to any fucking plane ticket. And for some people, it's a by the way. They don't even know it's happening till they get to the fucking airport. They're like, $25. What are you, fucking nuts? Are you fucking crazy? I'll carry this shit on. We'll throw away your shampoos. It's not going to fit. So this is, and then after 9/11, you want to complain about TSA, but listen, they're trying to do the best to keep us fucking from blowing up in the fucking skies. Mm-hmm. So you got to wait those 10 minutes. Some cities don't have enough TSA and a lot of traffic. You got to wait a fucking hour. I know in those places, to get a business select ticket, something that'll get me through that gate, I can wear sweatpants, so I don't have no drama. I got sneakers with orthotics in it, just in case I got to be on my feet. This is what people got to fucking think about, man. Flying isn't easy no more.
And going back to what I was talking about earlier, when you feel like you're getting gypped, I feel like airlines are probably one of the biggest places and the most accessible because people are right there. And there used to be choice. Now there's no choice, and they know it, and they jack up the prices at the holidays and at terrible times, and it's not a fun experience anymore at all.
If you're a regular American that's fighting for their lives and you're not experienced in flying, you're not experienced in flying. You don't know the loopholes through airports. Fucking flying is overwhelming. It's fucking overwhelming. You think you're going into a battle zone, and then you get there, you stop for a bottle of water, and they tell you $4, and they look you straight in the face. And you look at them like, Jesus Christ.
$6 bag of gummy bears.
Jesus Christ. $4. So not only are you banging me on the fucking flight. Now let me tell you something. Unless you're at Kennedy and you're eating at the Palms, or you're in Newark, New Jersey, and you're eating at that fucking, that crab cake house, and there's a couple other airports that if I don't mention you, I'm sorry.
Boston has legals.
Boston has legals.
So
You're basically eating fucking dick. When you get home, about 2 hours later, a shit's going to come out of your ass, and you're going to look at it and smell it and go, what happened? I got to go lay down. I'm sick. Yeah. Those eggs on that biscuit, those are fucking eggs made with whatever was left over and powder. You know, powder and fucking eggs. Those eggs, those powdered eggs, that's why I always look for the place. I want to see the yolk. I want to see the yolk. I don't want no misunderstandings here. I don't want no flip over patty that you take out of, you know, these places you go to Subway and they just put it in there.
Oh, the Subway eggs are the worst.
You don't want scrambled, right? Because then it's all blended.
I want to see the yolk.
It could
Let me
just
see
be
the
yellow
yolk so there's
tint.
no misunderstandings.
Why are you hiding the yolk?
Let me see the yolk.
What you
If
trying
I'm
to
going to see
hide?
scrambled eggs, I'll ask for scrambled eggs. The menu says you got yolk. Yeah, all right. Let me see the fucking yolk. I want to see the fucking yolk, so I'm happy, all right? Don't break that fucking yolk. Because if you break that fucking yolk, we're going to have a problem, too. Last week I went to a hotel that... I like the hotel, but their kitchen sucks dick.
Uh-oh.
The breakfast ain't bad because they have eggs and they show you the yolk.
They broke the goddamn yolk that bad.
They broke the fucking yolk last
No
week.
way, mother.
And there were 2 Samoan kids, and they were second cousins. The one guy was a big Samoan, like he was in the starter package. He was like 310, but next time I see him, he'll be 418, and after that he'll be 900 fucking pounds. His feet won't fit in his shoes. He'll be huge. But his cousin looked like Goldberg. What's it? You know, Entourage. What's his name? Nobody knows what I'm talking. Mikey Wahlberg. What's his name?
Turtle?
No. Wahlberg.
Yeah,
Oh,
Donnie
Mark
Wahlberg.
Donnie.
Oh,
No,
they
which
were
one's
talking about
Donnie?
show.
Which one's Donnie?
Donnie's the
Mark
the older
Wahlberg.
brother. Mark's the younger
Mark
brother.
Wahlberg.
Marky
So the
Mark.
guy's really good looking. And I'm looking at the other guy, and they're very nice. Now, any hotel that you go to has these type of kitchens. The best thing they have on the menu is like a soup that came out of a can, and they got a roast beef with horseradish on it for dinner. I got stuck in because one time I stayed at this hotel, and that was it in that area. They came and picked you up in a half hour early. That's how far it was from civilization. So all you could eat is that food. It's fucking... You can eat it one day. On the second day, you're not going to feel good about yourself. But the eggs aren't bad. When I checked into the hotel, I go, fuck, it's one of these. So next when I got up, you know me, I get up at the hotel in the morning, I jump in the shower, I go downstairs, I already got a joint, which I hide in the wallet. I got a lighter, I got my fucking phone, I got my glasses, I got my I got my hotel key in the back pocket, so I don't rub it up against my cell phone. Then the magneto stops. Then you gotta go back downstairs and activate the magnet. But by that time, the shit's rolling down your asshole because you were running to the bathroom. See, 9 out of 10 when the magnet runs out is where you have shit running out of your asshole, and you were counting on this magnet of life to open the fucking door. All right.
Now you have to go back.
And now you gotta go back downstairs with
And they have to
liquid.
give you a new key.
And they gotta look at you. Plus, you gotta wait online now because now a boatload of Orientals checked in. There's 16 of them, and they gotta go through their passport. Nobody speaks English.
I was gonna ask how
They
many
gotta-
was the boatload.
They gotta wait for the fucking translator. You have no idea.
God.
Please, I've lived this life for years.
The bus had just arrived.
Yeah, you don't know what it's like to fucking go back downstairs. You gotta shit and piss like a savage. You look in the bathroom. There's feet in there.
Oh damn!
There's one toilet. You look in there. There's feet in there. You don't know how many times I've knocked on the woman's bathroom.
Oh.
And if there ain't a fucking yell in there, hello, is Tommy in there? Nothing. I'll zip in that woman's bathroom and I'll fuck that bathroom up. And if it's got a lock to it, you ain't coming in. I'll make believe. Like, did you not see this was a woman's bathroom? No, I had no idea. Let me explain something to you. I had some cheese. It was terrible. I had to go to the bathroom. I didn't give a fuck if it was the woman's bathroom. I don't give a fuck. There was nobody in there. It was one stall.
I had to pee with a girl in the bathroom at the ice house the other week. The other bathrooms were, and she went in the stall, and I was like, I can wait. And she said, no, you can go, but she wouldn't stop talking, so I had to tell her, like, guys don't usually do that.
Did it make you feel uncomfortable?
Yeah, I don't usually talk.
Let me get some shout outs here. Wes Woods, Bob Lalingus, Lorne Rosenkirk, Bobby Atkins, Cody Barnett, Dylan Ortiz, R.G. Madden, DJ Swan, and the motherfucking Helm 512. Who's better than you motherfucking savages? To all the moms out there, happy Mother's Day. If you're listening, watch that monkey. Flowers are coming. You know what I'm saying? Flowers are coming, Lee Syatt.
Yes, sir.
Are you taking Paula's mother out for Mother's Day? You guys
I think it wasn't today Mexican Mother's Day, if I'm not mistaken.
Doesn't fucking matter. Listen, just go by the calendar, all right? All that traditional shit, you can't play that. You're Jewish.
That's what
Jews
what they
don't
do.
play that shit. I don't care what they do. Jews, you tell them, listen, Jews play Sunday like everybody else, all right? Everybody else and the Hallmarks celebrate Mother's Day this fucking Sunday, okay? You want to tell me you want to show up with the Mexican Thanksgiving? Don't make me call Trump.
I can't say that to them. That's like a hate. That'll start a big
it's a hate
fight.
crime.
Yeah, I'm a white guy surrounded by like a whole sea of Mexicans.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. But
did you eat a star, Becky?
I took a piece of one.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, she did.
The rest of
it
took
a tiny piece.
It's behind that bag right
there.
Let
me see.
On the table right behind you.
She cut up a purple one into 10 pieces, Joey. I don't know how she got 10 pieces out of a purple.
That's how much I had. And that's the lightweight ones. That's not even the...
Nah, but it'll still rock your world. You know what I'm saying? You'll get a little loose and shit.
Oh, I feel it.
I can see it. I can see it. You got that smile that says, what the fuck did I get myself into? I want to get up tomorrow and do jumping jacks. Nah, you said 10 times without stopping. You kept saying, I'm hungry. You don't think I heard you. I just got to overpower you.
Every time
I got to take that disrupt. That's your mind throwing that reefer talk at you. You know
that's every time you brought up food, I said, I'm hungry.
There's no food now in L.A. You know that. We got to know where to go.
I know. It's a Wednesday night.
I know where to go.
Time.
I know one place to go.
You're going to tell me that cheesy place up in North Hollywood, huh? That salsa and beer or something?
No. You go up to salsa and beer right now, they'll stab you. That's Sherman Way in Lancashire. You go up there on your own, they'll rip that little fucking cats right off your pants. You understand me?
Oh my god!
You'll make it to salsa and beer with no foot. They will rip those pants off you, Becky. You'll be in Guadalajara by 6 a.m. dancing for like a bar full of fucking Americans. You go up to salsa and beer.
Damn.
You only go to salsa and beer in the daylight.
When the sun's
and let
up.
me tell you what time you go to salsa and beer for the best service.
3.
11:20 in the morning.
11:20. That's early though.
Because if you're there at 10 to 12,
it's like right after breakfast.
You gotta get up and smoke reefer, eat breakfast, do some jumping jacks, and then go there at 11:20 exactly. You have to be walking through the door. That's when the food is fresh. It's empty still because by 12:10,
oh yeah, lunch.
It's bumper to bumper up there, and it's bad.
You can't park.
You can't
like
park.
We tried to go there a couple times. We just had to leave.
Yeah, no. It's too. You got to go there at 11:20. That's
we tried to go for dinner.
Oh no, that's a nightmare. You're not gonna get in there for dinner. You'll be driving around that parking lot, and that's when they sit behind the fence and they watch it. And they're like, let's see how many times if this fucking moron's gonna. If he goes in there, attack the lane, pull him out of the driver's side, stab the wife.
Oh my god.
Kill the dog. You know, you don't need to do that shit. That's a bad fucking neighborhood up there. But the food is dynamic. I was going to tell my man that's visiting in town, Rob Madden, to go over there one night this week to check out that shit. Salsa and beer, but you got to get there 11:20 in the morning.
Well, that's not a one night then. That's
huh?
You said he has to go check it out one night.
That means you got to get up at 6, smoke some dope, have scrambled eggs, maybe no potatoes, and a little fucking slice of toast and 3 pieces of bacon. And you gotta just go down there, with some hunger at about 11:20.
Isn't he here on vacation?
Who?
I don't know. Your friend.
Yeah. He's
so let him sleep till 9, smoke a joint, work out. They can go eat some Mexican food for an early lunch.
You gotta go up there, Sherman Way.
You don't have to wake up at 6 in the morning on your vacation.
That's the fucking spot, people. If you like Mexican food,
When people visit from out of town, I take them right there, and their fucking head blows up. What were we talking about? How are we going to solve it?
You said you know a spot for food.
What spot?
I don't know. You said you know a spot. Isn't that what he said?
What spot are you talking about?
We don't know yet. We're waiting in bated breath.
Yeah, we didn't. You didn't get to that.
How many milligrams you eat tonight, Lee?
I don't know. I couldn't eat the last 2.
You couldn't eat the last 2 stars?
No, I thought I was gonna get sick. I'm high as fuck right now, but dude, we ate a lot.
I thought you were
Dude,
gonna
we
puke.
eat a lot. What are you talking about? We're in training.
I had 6 stars.
Look at that bottle of water. You gotta finish those 2 stars.
No, I'm
How
fine.
many did you eat? You didn't
6
eat-
stars, and then I had the
Did you have one of those
gum,
little-
the taffy, and half the chocolate bar. It's a lot of stuff.
All right, I gotta watch it like a fucking hawk. You know what
I'm not lying about it.
Where did this thing come from?
That came from Cleveland. That's called the Savage.
Pretty cool.
No, it's the
It's
real deal.
gigantic.
It's the real deal. When you take a hit off that thing, it takes you to a different fucking planet. You know what I'm saying? You want a little hit?
No, I'm good right now.
Okay. You want a little hit off the bottom?
I'm good right now.
Right. What days do you tape the podcast?
Now it's kind of all over the place.
So you just tape it when you got an opening?
Whenever, yeah, we're gonna do it.
But
Like tomorrow night, we're gonna do one
Where at?
at my place. Last week we did one at LA Jiu-Jitsu Club. The week before, I don't remember. Then well, we didn't do it for a couple weeks because my neck was so bad. So
And then you gotta go to bring.
we've done
one
some
day.
at Black House. We've done a few out there with their fighters. Yeah.
It's amazing the power of the fucking podcast and the reach that people have on them now.
Trying. We're trying.
I just
Keep it going.
looked at health the other day, and I was blown away at the health podcast.
Oh yeah.
Blown away on how many fucking things you could listen to and different. Blown away. Blown the fucking way. I hadn't looked at that in like 2 years.
It's
So many by now.
doubled in the past few years. Like probably more than that.
Way more than that.
There's thousands of podcasts
Yeah.
now.
Thousands of podcasts, thousands of listeners.
Because
know,
you can do it from
Millions of
wherever.
listeners.
That's why there was no fucking TV strike. They knew, those motherfuckers knew they strike, it was over. Between reality and the internet, they would be done for a long fucking time. They'd never recoup. Because somebody would figure out how to do 1,000 things on the internet without all the fucking hoopla. There's somebody out there who knows how to do it.
Right.
And they're just waiting to pull the goddamn fucking trigger, you know what I'm saying?
I don't know if you saw. I posted a article that Cannes isn't gonna allow Netflix into its festival starting next year, or anyone if they're not gonna put the movies into the theaters.
So like
So it's like as a punishment. So like I bet the movie theater chains.
like a straight to Netflix type of thing.
Yeah, they don't want Netflix to win that because they'll probably have better content, and then it won't go to the movie theater. So my question was like, have you ever been a part of something that was going to like try to get an award or anything? Did it like matter to you, or has that stuff? Have you never been a part of something like that?
Lee, from my world, I was lucky to get in the fucking movie.
Yeah, to me, you've done
An
a lot of
Academy
movies.
Award is something completely different. To be in a movie that wins an Academy Award, you gotta know motherfuckers that know motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
I
really?
could be. I remember a commercial movie and an Academy Award movie is two different fucking things.
Yeah.
Somebody really slick has to have a vision about a movie and go, we can make this an Academy Award winner. This is how it has to be shot. Or somebody look at each other and go, "Psst, Becky, call that dumb kid. Tell him to put another script together for Guardians of the Galaxy 8. This time, tell them they gotta fight Martians and they blow up fucking little kids. I don't give a fuck what they write on toilet paper. We're gonna make it for $82 million and we're gonna make $250,000 billion worldwide." That's a difference. There's a difference creativity to that, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's why you look at some films and you go, "Oh, I know why they did that film," and "Oh, now you know why I did that film."
Right.
You know, you learn a lot from looking at who made these films.
Yeah.
Who's making this film? Warner Brothers. It's a Chinian production makes this movie, and they make this. You know, it's pretty interesting when you look at it. when you're an asshole like me and you have time to look at that stuff. I mean, it's not like I get on the computer and look at the history of Chinny and whatever. But it's pretty interesting what type of movies they pick up or they don't pick up, you know. So there's the difference in creativity. When they shot Spider-Man 2, they knew Spider-Man 2 wasn't going to be an Academy Award winner, even though it did win something for like music or...
Really?
Yeah, or side effects.
Special effects, yeah.
Special effects. But beside that, the script wasn't going to fucking make you cry at the movie theater unless you were half fucking retarded. And you sat for the tickets for 22 hours outside in the wintertime and froze your lad. I lost a finger, but I saw Spider-Man 2. You know what I'm saying?
The night it came out. Oh, my God.
So, no,
That's
those are the differences. You know, like when you look at The Godfather, they knew. They fucking knew, you know.
They knew when they wrote that script.
No, I think they knew when they picked it up. If they marketed the movie with strong actors, they could win something. You know, I know when you look at something and go, we could take this, shoot it this way. We need the director understand this is our vision and the writer's vision, and we're gonna shoot it this way. We're gonna get a powerful actor here. This is what it's gonna cost us. We might break even. But we go to ABC February 15th and we walk up there 15 fucking times. You know what I'm saying? So always keep that in mind. When they're shooting a film, they know exactly why, how, and when. When they release these movies, they know exactly what they're going to make on this movie. If they bomb, guess what? It's a write-off. They're going to make $352 billion on some cartoon movie with Alec Baldwin who's playing a boss or something like that. Maybe not here, but in fucking Hong Kong. And that makes up for that loss. So don't cry ever about movies when they flop. Because on the other side, they're making a movie about grapes jumping up and down, singing, and kids are going crazy over it. Plus they're buying grape hats for $19.95 when they're making them in Bulgaria for 52 cents. You know what I'm saying? So every time they make a hat, a kid dies. He gets shot for them to make $19.50 profit on a hat that's going to fucking dissolve in the wash.
The slogan of the company.
Exactly.
It's amazing. But once you see it and once you understand it, I've never read a script that they sent me and said, this is going to be an Academy Award winner. Never have I said to myself, no. First of all, you need high power to be an Academy Award winner. So I've never been in a movie with fucking the black dude, Will Smith. And these days they go for all these other shit, you know. So who the fuck knows? I don't know nothing about that. But that's it and that's that. What's up with you, Syatt? Looking good. Becky with the cat pants on and shit. Cha.
Nobody can see him.
No, you don't need to see him. You understand?
Okay.
You keep that to yourself, that little savage. You know what I'm saying?
There used to be a girl who was living on my couch, and he would mess with her and say that he was gonna have her dance in a bikini. It was in the days when they were doing it out of my spare bedroom with webcams.
Oh my god!
And she was gonna dance with a bikini.
No, I didn't say it like that. I said something different to this fucking jamoke.
I don't know.
She was living on his couch for free.
She still jokes about it. She wants to do it at your shows.
What?
Dance with the bikini.
No, she does not.
She would have. She was just late to Connecticut.
Oh my god.
She would have done it.
I don't know if she'd be fit to poke on right now. We're looking for to portray in our shows. You know what I'm saying? At that time, that was 3-4 years ago. Things must have changed in fucking Boston, right? She's eating better. She gained some pounds. Who knows if her gut is bigger than mine right now.
No, she would never do that. She'd kill you if she heard that.
I don't know. I gotta go to fucking Milwaukee. I'm gonna have a great time. I haven't been there in like 6 goddamn years.
You're gonna see Danny Brown?
I'm gonna see Danny Brown Saturday night in Detroit. But I'm excited about Milwaukee as much as I am about fucking Detroit. I'm excited to go to the Italian neighborhood and fucking eat. I got Matt Fultron. It's going to be goddamn beautiful.
Very nice.
How cool was it that you got to switch rooms? That must have felt pretty good.
Yeah, because by Tuesday, you know, this is Milwaukee. I haven't been up there in a long... Last time I was up there, I was with Rogan. It was before UFC. Whatever last big UFC was up in Milwaukee. That's the last time I was up there. Maybe 6 years ago, 7 years ago.
Yeah, I think it might have been before we got together. I don't remember that one.
Yeah. No, it was way, and it was great. And I used to go up there. I went up there twice before the year 2000 to do comedy, twice at the Comedy Cafe when the biker ran the room. So I got to know the area. I got to know that condominium. It was filthy, but it wasn't bad for 5 days to get you off the road. You had to worry about a hotel not until Monday. And if you had you, he'd let you stay till Tuesday. You know what I'm saying?
Milwaukee, huh?
Huh?
Milwaukee.
Fuck yeah.
Very nice.
I got some cheese and shit, some crackers.
Oh, sounds
And that's it. Then I fly to Detroit.
Wait,
Bang,
isn't
bang.
that the land of my favorite cheese? So you
I
have to
have no
bring me some
fucking idea.
cheddar.
You
Bring
know
some
your
extra
favorite
sharp
cheese is?
cheddar.
Poison. That's your favorite fucking cheese. Some cheese with holes in it and some shit fucking going on.
You
in
like
that shit.
Swiss cheese?
I love all types of cheeses. I can't eat this shit.
That's so sad.
What's that?
You can't eat cheese?
I try to, look at the size of it. I need cheese.
I had cheese last night. It was
Did you?
delicious. Yeah.
That's why those pants are smoking tonight. Those pants on fire. You had some cheese last night. Like I was telling you motherfuckers, let me talk to you about something, all right? When I'm out there banging it out, like this weekend, and I know there's none, I don't know what's going on in Milwaukee, but when I'm out there, I get Lyft, brother. Lee, break it down. Last time you broke down a Lyft, how much did you enjoy it?
Lyft is my favorite ride service app. It's the best. They're more courteous. The rides are cleaner. They have this great new display that says hi to whoever it is, so you know what. Because sometimes if you're going out at night, you're going to places that a lot of Lyfts are there. It's nice to know which one is yours. It's the best experience out there.
Well, let me explain something to you. When you drive for Lyft, the right ride-sharing app, every trip can feel like a walk in the park. With Lyft, you can pick your own hours and work when you want. Lyft can make driving the best job in the world. Only Lyft offers an in-app tipping. When you drive for Lyft, you keep 100% of the tips. Drivers have been paid over $150 million in tips since the feature was introduced. Express Pay lets the drivers paid almost instantly, instead of waiting for weeks. Lyft is even taking the guesswork out of the pickups. The new AMP device uses color coding to help passengers find their drivers. You can earn hundreds of dollars a week, plus tips. You want to make more money? Drive more. It's never been easier to give yourself a raise. It's a simple formula. Happy drivers means happy passengers. Maybe that's why 9 out of 10 Lyft rides get a perfect 5-star rating. So do me a favor. Join the ride-sharing company that believes in treating people better. All right? Go to lyft.com/Joey. You're sitting there. You don't know what to do. You got that new car. You got a license. Go out there. Lyft.com/Joey today and get a $500 new driver bonus. That's Lyft.com/Joey. $500 new car bonus. New driver bonus. Limited time only. Terms apply. All right? Who's better than you? You'll have something to do. You'll have a little job. And you'll make some money. Let me explain something to you. I'm happy that I have these guys as my sponsor on the show. And I'll tell you why. Because it's a great product, especially if you're young and you're out there fighting for your life. You ready? Dollar Shave Club. Tremendous razors. Quality razors. They last for whatever existence. The handle is tremendous. But here's the beauty. You got to get that Dr. Carver's shave butter. That stuff. It's what's really crack-a-lackin'. You understand me? You go in the shower, you put that conditioner in your hairdo. While it's getting conditioned, you comb the hairdo over your ears and you slap on the Dr. Carver's shave butter and you work it into your whole beard and your face. And about 2 minutes later, it builds a bond in your face. You take that razor, Becky, you shave that motherfucker, you understand me? And as you see it, you see the Dr. Carr's shave butter stick to the razor with your hairs. You don't have to shave an extra day. It's tremendous. Ba, ba, ba. You walk out of the shower, you dry your face. They got the aftershave, and bam, who's better than you? Dollar Shave Club is the smarter choice. Get a great shave at a great price, convenient delivered right to your door. It's an awesome life hack and no-brainer choice. You no longer have to schlep to the store to buy a cheap disposable razor that gave you a cheap shave, cut yourself to death, or spend a fortune on razors with gimmicky shaving tech you don't need. And when you use Executive Razor by Dollar Shave Club with their Dr. Carver's shave butter, the blade gently glades, giving me a tremendous shave. You understand me? Their Dr. Carver's shave butter is transparent for a more precise shave. It helps prevent ingrown hairs and fights razor bumps. You can make a smarter choice by joining Dollar Shave Club. You understand me? Now, for a limited time, new members get the first month of Executive Razor with a tube of Dr. Carver's shave butter for only $5 with free shipping to boot. Who's better than Dollar Shave Club? After that, the razors are just a few bucks a month. That's a $15 value for only $5. In your first month, you'll get awesome, a weightless handle, a full cassette of 4 cartridges, and a tube of shave butter. After your first month, replacement cartridges ship automatically at their regular price. There are no hidden fees, no commitments, cancel anytime. Do me a favor. You get this offer exclusively because you're family with Dollar Shave Club. And this is a deal and a half. Go to Dollar Shave Club right now and press in.
Church.
Bam! That's dollarshaveclub.com/church. Boom! And get your first month at the Executive Razor with the tube of Dr. Carver's shave butter for only $5. I want to thank Dollar Shave Club. I also want to thank Lyft.com/Joey. What's up, Lee?
I love Dollar Shave Club. I have the same
me too.
handle that I've had since we started.
Yeah, I've had it.
I still have some of the same razors.
I still got razors. It's unbelievable. And the doctor makes it even better. Becky over at Matt Therapy, I love you to death.
Love you too.
Tell them when the new podcast is dropping. When do you think it'll drop?
I will have one out either tonight or by tomorrow morning.
But you have how many episodes? You have a big catalog for them to go through. They've had
50. That was 56.
They've had Renato Laronja on.
Yep.
They've had Eddie Bravo on.
Yep.
You've had fucking movie stars on
A
there.
bunch of UFC fighters.
People showed up with fucking camera crews and shit.
Yeah. It's been fun. And we're having a beach party on Saturday.
Hope it doesn't rain. Is it going to rain?
No. I think it might be a little cooler than I expected, but we're going to have a beach party. So come on.
All right. So I'll see you motherfuckers if I'm not in the beach party Saturday.
You'll
I'll
be in
busy.
Detroit.
There's nothing I want to be more at the beach party than seeing your little jiu-jitsu shoot. You know what I'm saying? Sweating, looking all beautiful and hot like you always do. Becky Rodriguez always throwing fucking heat. You know what I'm saying? With a little fucking Michael Jackson boots on. Oye, ¿qué tal de madre? Becky, coño, compadre.
He was my favorite as a kid.
Who's that?
Michael.
I know he was. I know you were a professional skater. He used to do all the moves and shit. Maybe if you're lucky Saturday, I'll show up and put the skates on.
There you go.
You could do Michael Jackson in your bikini down at the fucking Venice Beach. And
sounds good.
We'll put a hat out there for you and they'll clap. And, oh, yeah,
I'll pay my rent. If it pays my rent, hey.
Look at that. All right, I'll see you motherfuckers at the Paps Theater Friday night with Matt Fultron. Don't forget, we're going to fucking light that place on fire, all right? The spirit of Jeffrey Dahmer is making a comeback. I love you motherfuckers. One more time, Dollar Shave Club. One more time, Lyft.com. One more time, Onnit.com. Stay black. I'll see you motherfuckers Monday. Oye, esos pantaloncitos tan de madre.